Brandon Ayuk just torched his only ticket to Washington. We are here. We are here. What's up? It's your boy, the coach. Welcome back to the Coaches Huddle, where the field meets family. And this show is brought to you by PrizePicks. I need you to like this video, and if you can, I need you to hype this video. And we got another one. Brandon Ayuk, get over here. You bring that ass here, boy. It's time, bro. We got another call-in show. It's been a long time. As you guys know, I bump the call-in shows on Saturdays for my shows with Larry, but I missed you guys. And if there was ever a time to figure out exactly how the faithful feel, now would be that time. We already know what the leading topics are, right? So we're not even going to bury the lead. The biggest thing that I see right now is putting up exactly the topics that we have. We have Ayuk burns his bridge. We already understand exactly what the recent news is with Brandon Ayuk. We can get into that later. We also have Brock Purdy. I think that this is slipping under the radar. Brock Purdy finally is back into the NFL top 100 at 85. I want you guys topics on that. I want to hear your take on this. Is it good? What does it mean? Does it mean anything at all? What does it mean as a precursor for the season? Are you hype about it? And it is interesting that in a way, if it wasn't for Brandon Ayuk kind of like going postal in a sense, I think this would kind of be leading the news. But I feel like Brandon Ayuk just firing off rapid silos is just, you got to follow it. And then lastly, keeping the main thing, are we Super Bowl or bust? Tell me how you feel about the team going into camp, presently constructed, and then, also talk about health, talk about the season, where you see the pitfalls going, and actually if we are a tournament-worthy team. So those are the topics. This is exactly how I wanted to be able to get into it. The biggest thing that I see right now is Brandon Ayuk's latest video. We got to do it, man. So let's go. Brandon Ayuk, man. We need to hear the latest and the greatest from the young man. So, if you know, this is the latest from Brandon Ayuk.
Fire gonna text me talking about something. You on my team now. You follow my rules. Boy, I'm a grown-ass man, boy. You gonna have to start running behind your mama, and I might believe what you talking about. But until then, Fire gonna text me talking about something.
All right, son. So look. Brandon Ayuk's got to make sense. I'm gonna give my quick take on this before I start bringing callers up because I see you guys filtering in. So hold on. Let me wrap my mind around this. You've got no representation. The closest thing to representation is said mother that your best friend, who is the only link to another professional football team outside of the 49ers, that is who could possibly be representing you, who would probably take you on. That's one. Two, whose team would it be, Brandon? You seem to have a problem with authority, brother. The only way for Brandon Ayuk to feel okay and secure as a football player is for him to basically birth his own team, be the head coach, GM, and the star. I don't understand what your problem is with somebody letting you know that you are not who you think you are. And lastly, the irony of you telling Jaden Daniels not to hide behind his mother, who's his representation, by the way, but your wife being a street agent for you is crazy. It's crazy to me. The fact that you have a problem with him, whose mom is an actual agent. registered with the NFLPA. He's running behind her, but you run into your mama, you run into your wife when you see John Lynch coming in here to talk to you. Your wife is your videographer, bruh. Stop, man. It's you know what? We got to see exactly how this bears out. I'm going to get my dude up here right now. Cayman Islands. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. Talk to me. How do you feel about this whole situation, this mess? Also, get to me about Brock at 85 overall and finish with the team, man. Are we boom or bust? How do you feel about the team?
Well, yeah, I got a lot. First and foremost, man, absolutely positively love the show. Got you on my Mount Rushmore of 49ers content creators, first and foremost. But got to say this, man. I'm from the South. I'm from Alabama, and when you bring somebody's mama into things, that's first and foremost crossing the line, as you can imagine.
We done.
So it's like, man, you got to make sure that if you have your one guy, your one boy that's got your back out there, your one lifeline that's out there, you don't want to mess around and lose that. I really hope and I'm praying for the man because I feel like everybody does deserve a second chance, right? I know I've been given several myself in life, and I'm really praying that this young man can get some solid counsel, maybe somebody in his corner to pull this man aside. And sometimes just keeping your mouth closed and keeping the main thing is really what you need to do. But at this point, man, for me and what I do as far as my show and things like that, I'm not giving it any more credit. I'm not going to go out here and do another show until we have some substantial updates on whether the man's been let go, released, traded. I'm not fooling with it no more. If he happens to get online and does another video skipping across the screen, or maybe wants to hit a Brock Purdy Dougie, I'm not giving it another minute until we have some real news. Because I'm going to be honest with you, with every post, he's really going to miss out on the opportunity to play football again. And I'm really praying for the young man that, man, somebody in his corner will give him some good counsel, because at this point he's by himself. He's on an island. So,
yeah, if you know how businesses ran, and just how any organization handles business, I just don't think there would be anybody that would be willing. We're getting to the point now where anybody that would be standing next to them would basically be saying, all right, Brandon, so you're doing two things right now. You're asking for my help, and quite frankly, you're asking for my reputation, because you don't have one right now. And that's the hard part, where I think that he's going to start understanding that it's not just the help, brother. It's not just the support and the people who are going to have to go through the particulars to get you to top dead center. Facts. Now, you're asking people to risk their reputation and their credibility to stand next to you. And that's a completely different ballgame. And quite frankly, it allows a lot of people who probably were in that gray area of, well, I am kind of responsible to you, brother. I know what's going on with you in a real way. I'm still going to be here for you. Social media is not enough for us for that to break our bond. That gives them credence to say, all right, now we got to move on. You know what I mean? Now we got to move on. Think about it this way. Also, one thing that I wanted to bring up before we move on to the next topic. The faction of the 49ers organization that absolutely was diametrically opposed to signing Brandon and having him in the building, they've got to be doing backflips right now. They got to be going up and down the hallways like, I told you, this is what we've been dealing with. Like, and you know organizations move that way. You know they do. Like, behind closed doors. Also, too, this is a loss. This is a huge L for the coaching staff. Kyle, the people that came in the room in the 11th hour and rug pulled all of those trades, and we're going to sign them. If there was ever a door that was closed on Kyle, it was now. If there was ever a question on who handles the money now, on how contracts get doled out, this Brandon Ayuk situation, where how he has performed, it is like it's game set match. It's like, Kyle, don't even come upstairs. There's probably entire floors that Kyle's not even allowed to come on now. This is big.
I think it's absolutely huge. I think somewhere like my man John Lynch is doing the LeBron James in the background, right? And then you got Kyle, who obviously stood up and down, beating his chest, stood on the desk to sign this man. It's not a good look, and you can almost feel going forward that there's something there. And I really think for Kyle Shanahan, I really think it's a positive thing that this happened in the long run. Kyle was able to make the main thing, focus on coaching. I really think he had some coaching breakthroughs last season. I think somebody told him, "Hey, boss man, you saw what happened with BA, maybe beating your chest and jumping up and down on desk for players just ain't your game, right?"
Right.
So he was able to get that pushed to the side and really focus on coaching. And again, I know Seattle put it to us. I get all that. Spoiler alert, Seattle put it to everybody, right?
Yeah.
But really, for me, man, Kyle, we beat Seattle and the man's probably the coach of the year, right? So I feel like in the long term, what took place with BA going forward from a franchise perspective might actually be a good thing. I'm just saying.
All right. Topic 2, man. Purdy at 85. I'm giving you 45 seconds. I know we baked Ayuk. Purdy at 85. How do you feel about it?
It's a big deal, man. I'm a Brock fan. I'm a Brock guy. I'm talking about Brock, the man, the person, what he represents, how he talks. I appreciate him being the face of the franchise. So I'm already pro Brock, the man. Take football aside, but you look at the projections. If the man would have been healthy, right, you're looking at around 38 touchdowns, 19 picks. He's got to clean that up if he ever thinks, we're going to get back to a championship. But for the man to only play 9 games and be 85, that's the players, coach, right? That's the players that voted that man that. I'm just saying,
mad at that.
Had the man played a full season, would he be top 30? I'm just saying.
Hey,
something to think about.
3, Super Bowl or bust, yay or nay. You got another 45 seconds. Get at me, bro.
We've got to go all in this year. We can't play games, as well as I do. I'm planning on that. Like I said, I'm in the South, man. I'm in Bama. I'm going to see them guys in Atlanta. I want to see these Hall of Famers because the team's going to be radically different this year. I think we're going to be good. We're going to compete with these guys. As you know, the NFC West, we play each other tight. I don't care who's on the roster. I don't care if there's 2 Myles Garretts. It's going to come down to a 1-score game more than likely at the end if both teams are healthy. So for me, a healthy 49ers team and this coaching staff can beat anybody. I really don't care. But come to trade deadline, I do feel like if we don't make a move, we're going to have to do something substantial to make a push in the playoffs. But I think we can do it. Absolutely. We just need to make another move or two.
Hey, man, I love the call, man. Please call back again, man. Cayman Islands, this was amazing. And, hey, are you a Bama fan?
No, don't laugh at me. So I'm right on the border of Georgia, grew up in Georgia. Matter of fact, my man Michael Williams went to Columbus High School. I went to Carver, right? So
I know, Carver, yeah.
I know where he's from, where he's at, but I'm a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, man. So got to be Go Dogs.
All right. Well, you got Kirby. We cousins.
I respect that, Coach. Hey, I appreciate your time, man. Good luck with the show and be blessed, man. Take care.
You as well. Talk to you. Hey, I love it. Hey, you know what? Christmas came early. It's my man, Stabilized, got foliage in the background. All right? So we got a new way. We've streamlined the call-in show a little bit. So I'm going to bring my guy up. My man, Dre Day. The dog, the man, the myth, the legend. It's the dude. All right, man. All right. So look, we already know we got 3 topics. All right. I'm gonna give you time to breathe on all of them. First one, Ayuk burns his bridge. All right. Did he torch his ticket to DC? Yay or nay? Purdy at 85, disrespect or deserved, and our Super Bowl or bust. We're gonna go with the first topic. So give me what you feel about Ayuk.
Ayuk, I felt like he burnt his bridges with the quarterback for the Washington Commanders. That was his main, not his only. You never know, but that was definitely his main publicized connection to get back in the NFL in a seamless process. Keyword seamless, and it would have made his image look good over time by showing humility and doing the proper paperwork and reinstating himself and getting becoming available to play for the Commanders. But even at that stage, who knows that if the Commanders would have accepted him, because coaching wise and organizational wise, I know that they have ties with Kyle Shanahan, and that quarterback is young, he's handsome, his mom is supporting him, and I don't think Brandon Ayuk was a good look anyway. I think the universe kind of made things happen the way it was supposed to happen, and that being in Brandon Ayuk being emotional and being controlling. She's trying to control the quarterback, for Christ's sakes. He didn't do this with a white quarterback. I'm sorry, but he didn't do this with Brock Purdy. He didn't try to control him in this manner. But now he wants to, not hate, but just try to control the quarterback for the Commanders when really he needs to be his best friend. It's a sign of who he is, of his character. I think, inshallah, one day he'll get better. It's disappointing. You know what I mean? And that's it. Quick and short. It's disappointing, man. It really is. A lot to say about that, but it's disappointing and it's the wrong move.
What's your take on him? What's your take on him going public, and how do you feel like this affects the Niners moving forward, if at all?
Great question. The mini camp being canceled is one way Kyle Shanahan and the organization is insulating themselves from being associated with the drama that's unfolding. So even though everyone knows that I'm a Niner fan and I dislike Kyle, as always, smart decision, buddy. Smart PR decision. You're a great PR personnel and figure. And that's what canceling minicamp signifies. I didn't know that months ago, but now I see it. It all makes sense. Imagine if minicamp was open and Kyle Shanahan was getting questioned by you and the other four, Grant, and the other guys. Imagine. I mean, it would have taken away the attention away from Kittle coming back, the core coming back, and Stribling and all of Kyle's great decision making in the draft.
What you see now, Brandon refusing to show up is wild. I think not coming to work as blue collar, everyday working Americans, I can't abide not showing up to work. Like you have to go to work. You've got to go to work, and I just I don't know. It's hard for me to give Brandon any type of like grace in this situation when the majority of all of the main milestones in this entire saga have been self-inflicted wounds. This has been Brandon not showing up to rehab. This has been Brandon once it got released that the money that his money got voided. He's the one that left the building and stopped showing up. You know, once June 1 came on, he didn't come in to get reinstated. He didn't properly fire his agent. You know, it just it's one after the other, bro. Like finish your breakfast. Like me and you, respectfully. You have come a long way, brother. Like I just want to tell you this, man. Like you've come a long way. And I love where you at right now. But at the same time, this would be like having you on the platform and just using you, not telling you that you got to get your camera together, not telling you that you got to put your topics together and stay on point. It's like, bruh, if you really care about somebody, you're going to correct them. You're going to check your brother. Am I my brother's keeper? And it just kills me. It just kills me how he's gone about this because I can't give him mulligans, man. It's like, bro, you did this on your own, dog. You did it to yourself, and it makes me is if he has the right people around him, is he still going to listen to them, or is he like the alpha in his camp where he makes his own decisions? I mean, from his wife to his agent, maybe his mom. I mean, he seems like he would
he seems like he would be violent at home. It seems like he wouldn't listen to any, sound.
I think that's disrespect. I think that's a little too much. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, well, I say that to say this, like he gives like this intimidate. He's doing all of these videos. Like in some points I feel like he's trying to intimidate Kyle. He's trying to make threats subliminally. You know what I mean? Like he's like pointing to the camera and he's doing stuff like this. And I don't know. He's just at the very least, I know he's not taking sound advice. So I can definitely say that. And if someone cares about him, they're going to try to, reiterate or try to, continue to give him sound advice. And then, how's he reacting to that? How would he react to that? I don't think any football team, based on how he's behaving himself, would give him another large contract because he's showing that he's a big baby and it's a wrap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of Brock Purdy, look, I'm glad he made the list.
Purdy at 85. How you feel?
I'm glad he made the list. And I'm saying that reluctantly. Like, I mean, what do you want me to say? 19 interceptions. I'm a trenches guy. We should have been, within the last 2 years, we should have buffer up our defense and offensive line, particularly our offensive line, if we want to, keep, have an excuse for 19 interceptions. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm proud of the guy. I'm proud of
record. Career high completion rate, 69.4% completions, 2,167 yards, 20 TDs.
Mac Jones. I'm sorry. Mac Jones. I'm a Mac Jones fan. I think Mac Jones should be.
Don't start, Yeah. So I'm asking you about Purdy and you bringing up Mac Jones. You wild, Dre. So do you respect it or is it disrespect or deserved? Do you respect it or not?
I think though, real quick, I think 85 is a good number for him, especially since he wasn't on last year. He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback of a popular team. Why not throw him in there? And honestly, I think the league and the world is expecting that he's going to be healthy. So, just 85 is cool. That's cool. 80s, cool. That's cool.
All right. So bet Super Bowl or bust. Are the Niners real this year? Are we real this year?
No. Until you get that offensive line, last year we got close because we had an easy schedule, guys. Stop it. Look in the mirror. The Seahawks was gonna stop us in our tracks anyways, right? They have depth. They're a real team. You know what I mean? They don't have a fandom core. They're a real team. They're balanced in the trenches and on both ends of the field. I don't think we make it to the Super Bowl. I don't think we win the Super Bowl this year or next year. We got to get serious in constructing a team. We're too old. And I'm still surprised that Kyle Juszczyk is on the team. That's still, I had a nightmare last night. I'm still.
How you mix his nickname in with his last name? Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, that goes to show you. Like, oh my gosh. Oh.
Hey, man. Hey, Dre, love the call, man. It's good seeing you, brother. I'll hit you up later, man.
All right.
All right, JLP, my dog. How you doing, brother?
Good, Coach. How you been, man?
Long time no see, man. I'm doing really good, man. How about yourself?
Doing great. Besides the fact I'm still at work, but besides
so let's
that,
get
I'm doing
into
good.
it, man. Ayuk, man, burns the bridge. I'm gonna let you.
Oh my God!
Did
he
you
torch his
ticket to DC? Yes or no?
I don't see him playing for anybody. Did you see the post that Jaden Daniels put up today talking about enjoy retirement?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Keep going. Keep talking. I'm gonna find out.
So anyway, I have a theory. My theory is that Colin Kaepernick's going to come back and play before he will, and that's pretty bad. I threw a tweet out there the other day on that. I said, hell, at this point, Colin can come back and play before he can. Colin wasn't out there running off at the mouth.
Yeah, that's insane.
I think he burnt the only bridge he had because he hasn't talked about wanting to play for any other team. He hasn't talked about anybody else. It's been the Redskins or, well, Commanders this, Commanders that. I'm old school. I'm always calling Redskins, but that's just all he's talked about. Every one of these videos. Commanders this, Commanders that. And I released me so I can go be with my boy Jaden, and now him and Jaden's at it. I don't know, man. And Daniels is just like, enjoy retirement. But, you
Oh
know,
my.
the good thing is Ayuk's got something to fall back on. He did pretty good at that Applebee's thing. So, I mean, that might could be a full time, you
There it
know.
is.
Yep. Yep. Boy, that's painful right
Oh,
there.
that's cold blooded.
And hell, he's not going to be able to play for anybody until he goes and gets reinstated. So it doesn't, you know, he can sit there and talk all he wants to until he goes, and that's going to include him having to go to the team at some point.
Okay. Okay. All right. I have to say this. What if this is a farce?
I've heard that too. I've heard that
This
too.
just seems a little too open and shut case. I don't know. It seems way too clean
I've
to
heard
just
that
end
too.
it like this. Like Brandon Ayuk commits career suicide.
I mean,
That's how this ends.
it seems crazy, but then again, about everything he's been doing seems crazy. So it doesn't surprise me at this point. You know, I hate it because the guy, when he was with us and he was balling, he was one of the top receivers. You know, I mean, he was never a Justin Jefferson or, you know, something like that. But, you know, he was a damn good receiver, and I hate it. You know, honestly, I hate that the whole thing fell apart with us. But you know, you can't come back from all the stuff he said at this point. And I'm sure it's been
Yeah.
even worse behind closed doors than it is out in the open, you know. And
I
it was
just
probably both sides.
I'm just confused because Jaden Daniels is your lifeline. It just doesn't make sense that
And to talk about his mama though, that's what's so crazy.
that's crazy to me.
And the mama is an actual agent. Wouldn't
She
you
said,
want
yeah.
wouldn't you want
I,
her on your side when you don't have an agent?
that's why I think this is fake. I can't. I'm not. I'm 60-40. I'm 60. Brandon Ayuk is this
Okay, all right.
stupid,
Let's
and I'm 40%. Like maybe
let,
they're
let's
smart enough. Maybe he's giving us a little bit of
let's
Rain Man right here, and he's
let's
like,
say
you
it
know what? I'm
is.
about to turn this whole thing around.
Let's say it is. Let's play into that thought for a second. Okay. Say him and Jaden's got all this figured out. They're going back and forth on there, you know, just
Right.
trying to stir up the, you know, putting their hand in the pot, so to speak.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. But the problem is, what if it is, and then he does finally get released, and the Commanders are like, nope. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know if Adam Peters being as close with John and Kyle as he is just going to be like, yeah, let me bring him on over. I don't see it.
yeah. This alone, this if this was a farce, like if this was kind of like a Trojan horse,
Yeah,
this would make the Commanders look so whack, like so unprofessional. Like
and
you
you
got your quarterback doing all of this stuff in the offseason. Like you don't have control of your locker room. I don't see this being fake and the Commanders being okay with this.
I don't either. I don't either. And you already saw the backlash he got from a 49ers fan. You know, Daniels got from one 49ers fan. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to
Mm-hmm.
get that everywhere he goes if it does happen. I mean, he's going to get that everywhere. I mean, 49er fans are relentless. I mean, you know, we love our team, and, you know, we can't stand some bulls. So he's going to get that everywhere he goes. If they sign him, and this is all a big fake ruse thing, you know, to just try to stir up more controversy. I mean, do they need more controversy at this point?
I don't know. But hey, we'll see how that plays out. Topic 2, man. Purdy at 85. How do you feel about it? Disrespect or deserved?
I agree with it only because of the fact that he missed so many games this past year. If he would have played the full year and been what he was there at the end, it would have been much higher. I think we pretty much already know that based off of his last time being on this list. I think he was at like what 20 something or 30 something. I mean, he was up there
Mhm.
pretty high, and I think that his peers, because this is going off of players in the league, they love him. They talk about him. I mean, even players from other teams talk about him like, no, he's for real. He's not just some, oh, he's a system quarterback kind of guy. He's a for real quarterback. And I agree with the ranking only because of the fact that he missed so much time this year.
Okay. All
And,
right, let's
and the
get
Seattle
into
games.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Now close me out, brother. Super Bowl or bust?
You
How do you
know
feel
me.
about it this
You
year?
already know me, man. I'm
You
Super
already
Bowl
know what you're
bust.
about to say.
I'm Super Bowl bust every year. I don't care if we've got I think we had Ken Dorsey as our QB one year, and I was like, Super Bowl, man. Yeah, he won a national championship. Did you see that? But
Yeah.
then again, he had a superstar all-star team around him. He wasn't worth the
Mhm.
shit. But I didn't know that, because all I
Yeah.
know is 49ers, so I'm just
Exactly.
like 100%, yes, 100%.
All right.
And I do think it's going to be a trade either at the deadline or before, depending on if somebody gets injured or something to
Mhm.
that extent, or else like there's a huge glaring hole. Like say that offensive line is not working, and they
Mhm.
have to go get like a Zettler or somebody like that, and plug and play, and it'll be an upgrade.
Hey, I love it. Hey, calling shows are back, baby. It's so glad for us to roll it back to the old school. Good to
I
see you,
know
big
that's
dog.
right.
Holla at you, man. Stay good, brother.
Peace out, coach.
Talk to you. Hey, Ryan, you ready for me, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on?
Ryan, you can't be pull over, brother.
I'm pulling over right now. That's why I was waiting for you. I just had to go to the gas station quick.
All right. Go to the gas station. You
Yeah, I'm
about to
here.
pull
I'm
over
here.
now?
I pulled over. I pulled
All right, all
over.
right, all
We
right,
good.
all right. Okay. How you doing, bro?
Good, you.
I'm
Hey,
doing
man, I
great,
wanted to
man.
congratulate you on your show, man. I saw you when you first. I used to watch Krug a lot, and I saw you when you first came on with him, and then I saw like a four-prong of you, Grant, and everybody at night doing a show, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
I kind of wanted. I don't like the whole gang thing, I kind of want to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
some
yeah.
more depth and stuff. But you're doing really well, so I wanted to give you a shout out for that. So
Thank you, man. We're putting in a lot of work, man. And I do it for
yeah,
the platform. I really care about the people that support me. So thank you.
oh for sure,
Let's get into
yeah,
the topics, man.
for
What do
sure.
you got for me? Ayuk burns the bridge. Did he torch his way to take? Did he torch his ticket to DC? Talk to
I
me.
think he torched his way out of the NFL. I don't, I
Okay.
don't, I don't see a spot like where you can where he has like some Tyreek Hill type of skill where they're gonna keep him around because he can run, 3 seconds
Like
flat.
he's just undeniable talent. You have
Yeah,
to use him.
the one
Yeah.
year, where he blew up. I mean, you talk about Brock having the Avengers. Ayuk had the Avengers too. He was like number 4 as a target. Like you had Kittle, obviously Kittle, CMC, Debo. Like you had so many other options that he was getting. You know,
Hmm.
he's forgotten
He was
about.
the fourth
So
option on his career
yeah.
year. That should tell you a
So
lot.
yeah, it's not like he's not Jamar Chase. He's not going out there and going against Darrell Revis and owning him or anybody to that caliber. So it's not like or Kittle who always gets open or blocks like crazy and
Hmm.
double he's carrying 3 people against the Saints down
Yeah.
the field for a game-winning field goal. He doesn't
Hmm.
have that caliber of
What's
like
his indispensable skill?
yeah, he's just like who the hell's gonna want that? And then you see this like childish like high school behavior like, why are you posting online, bro? If you and I got a problem, I'm gonna meet you at your door. I'm gonna call you
I
on the
got your
phone.
number, man.
I'm gonna say, yo, like, let's figure this out. Like, I'm worth 80 million. You're worth a billion. Like, let's get this going and let me get on the way. We're doing
Hmm.
TikTok dances. We're throwing money on the floor. It's just fucking retarded, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
you
bad.
look at,
It's bad.
yeah, I don't even like, I don't know how like his representation didn't fire him before he fired his representation. Like it was just bad. It's just and it's a bad look for him. I think the 49ers don't have to do anything. They could just be like, look at what we're dealing with. Like this is
True.
we don't have to say anything. We didn't do anything. This is what we've been dealing with since the start. You
What do
know,
you think? What do you think the how it all ends? Because there's a world where he could really flare things up during the season. I wouldn't want that either.
I saw something where he can get sued for 18 million from the
Yeah,
and have to pay. Like you really want to mess with billionaire lawyers? Like you don't
yeah.
think they got this all tightened up the way it's
Figured out.
supposed to? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they pay these guys $1 billion a year just to figure out ways to screw people out of their money. Whether we're going to charge them $50,000 for wearing the wrong cleats on game day, or
Yeah.
$75,000 for a block that was legal 2 years ago that's not legal now. It's like, you're not going to win this
Yeah.
battle.
I don't think that BA understands that there's a bigger game inside of the game that he plays.
Yeah.
Right? The game that you play is the byproduct of all the other games that are being played underneath this.
Yeah.
And you're not the same skilled professional that you think you are outside of the lines. You're not. And you're a neophyte in a lot of those areas. And I wish him well. But one thing that I always love about sports fans, especially NFL guys, is that I know that one thing that we always share, majority of us, is that we've been watching football for the majority of our lives.
Yeah.
I've been watching the game for majority of my life. And when I see somebody doing something in the NFL that has not been done before or allowed, they will make an example out of you.
Yeah.
I see it. And the bigger issue is that if you really want to talk about an NFLPA situation, there is a world where the Niners are wrong for holding on to a player that they don't have any intent on using, right? There's no assets for him. But that's something that you litigate when it's time to have the CBA agreement. And what really sucks about it is that the poster child for a real issue is Brandon Ayuk. And that's the first thing it's gonna get slapped down. And it's in a way, I kind of feel like it's in line with Cap. You know what I mean? I feel like these are two.
Yeah. But the
ahead.
thing about Ayuk, I get your point when you're saying that, you got to let him go type stuff. But at the same time, like, Kyle and the team owes it to those players that they're paying to do whatever's necessary that's best for the team. Like, let's say we cut him loose now. He actually is Tyreek Hill when he comes back, and does burn us that one game because we cut him now. And we missed the playoffs because we lost that one game.
True.
At the end of the year, you're going to be like, shit, should have held on to him until the game, because that one game we'd be in the playoffs, or we'd have the number 1 seed and Seattle be coming to our house. So it's like, I owe it to
there's
Trent.
ramifications behind
I owe
just
it to
one
Trent.
game.
I owe it to Brock. I owe it to Kittle to do
see
what's
that
best
angle.
for us, So it's catch-22. I get it. Let the kid go, like, whatever. But he's being a child, so I want to protect my guys, because this might be the last year that we got a shot at a Super Bowl, as far of a shot as it may be. But if he can come in and catch 2 touchdowns, or tell the defensive coordinator, yo, I played in this playbook. I feel like Seattle was doing that all throughout the Harbaugh years. Every time we cut a fullback, Mike Robinson or somebody, or backup center from wherever, or a running back from wherever, they always picked him up. And it's like they always knew our damn plays. 1 or 2 of them that we would usually break for 15 or 20, or a trap motion for Gore that always got 10, 12 yards, is now being stuffed in the backfield. It's like,
Friendly
what the hell?
foes.
Yeah, it's just like, you can't give him an inch. You can't give him an inch.
Awesome. Topic 2. Purdy
Brock
at
Purdy.
85. Disrespected or deserved? I'm giving you 45 seconds. Go.
I love Brock Purdy, but he's annoying. Like, it's annoying. The idea of Brock Purdy is annoying me. So I think he's right where he needs to be, because I think he's had an injury-plagued career. Every year he's injured. He does have flashes. He does make stupid plays, especially against the Browns. It's just, he can't play in the rain. He can't play in the snow. I got a question for you after all this about Brock Purdy that I want you to answer quick. But I think he's right where he needs to be. I think he has the potential to be a top 5 quarterback. But there's like an anchor on his hip that just doesn't let him get to that next level. And it's either the injuries or just dumb plays.
So is that the question for me? What do you think it is?
No, my question is, like, you see the cap issues that we have. We see everything that we have. I think we're at a point where the Rams were, where they got rid of Jared Goff and went with
Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford, right? I think we're at that moment this year. I don't think people realize how important it is that we have Mac Jones, or we're looking somewhere else for something else, because the salary cap is an issue next year, which getting rid of Brock Purdy might be a huge savings for that. And I just feel like, what do you think about, like, If he gets hurt again and misses another 8 games, how do you feel about maybe letting him go, trading him, going with Mac for a year, or finding somebody else? Because that would be 4 or 5 straight years where he's been hurt, and we got to carry a $12 million, $7 million a year quarterback just to make sure we can make it anywhere because our quarterbacks are always getting hurt.
All right, so this is what's interesting. Brock Purdy's cap hit for this year is $23.7 million. All right.
Next year is crazy.
So no. Next year it's 30.1. It's 7 million up, but that's not the crazy year. The crazy years is 28 and 29, which is 56.9 and 78.1 respectively. And in 2030 is 64.5 for his cap hit. That ain't happening. All right. So the Niners, we already know that this is a team-friendly deal, right? We have outs along the way. If Brock Purdy does go down and we do have a Xerox season is from the quarterback's position where Mac has to come in and give us like a considerable amount of the season and starts, there is a world where I do believe that Brock could be up because just the deal alone, we need to be where our feet are. The deal alone has always said that the Niners are using Brock as a bridge. I know we love him. I know he's getting paid good money and he deserves that good money. But as far as the maneuverability of the contract, I think that it's there. Now, I need to check to see if Brock has a no trade clause.
I think we could trade him after this year. That's why I was bringing it up. Like, I think after this year,
if he did go somewhere, I think that Brock will go somewhere to a team that really needs a good starter. I don't think the Niners would discard him or kind of put him in Siberia. But I do believe there's a world where Brock couldn't necessarily stay healthy for us. 2027 is around the corner. It really does depend on how this season is played out. Him being top 100 does help for cachet as far as tradability. That's a good question. I do believe if Brock missed
it just seems to line up
significant part of time,
we could save $30 million next year, get rid of him, go with Mac for a year, and I think Mac could win a Super Bowl. You get him a good offensive line. I think he's better than Sam Darnold.
You think Mac Jones better than Sam Darnold?
I saw a throw last year where he pinpointed against Houston to Kittle in the end zone. He threw a back shoulder in triple coverage, and I was like, holy shit, Brock would have never made that throw. Brock would have never made that throw.
Yeah, I mean,
and
look,
he is on one leg. His knee hurts. He's getting hammered by the Texans, and he threw a back shoulder, like 24-yard pinpoint accuracy. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, I think him in this system is better than Sam Darnold in Seattle. I just do.
You're a purist, man. That's why you don't ever let content taint you, bro. Like, I love it. So let's go. Last topic. Yeah. All right. Super Bowl or bust?
I have to say we have a chance because I feel like we can't have another year of injuries like this. And I feel like the rest of the league might have some injuries, so level the playing field a little bit. I think the football gods are going to, and I hate to say this, but you can't go get Myles Garrett and not have anything happen to your team. Like, you can't be.
That's true.
They don't let any team go super Saiyan like that or any,
And then they just bust. Yeah, it doesn't happen that way.
No, it don't happen. It don't. They're going
to get their. Yeah, they're gonna get all of the spotlight stuff. It's gonna happen. It's bad for the league if the Rams suck with Myles Garrett over there.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be good. I just don't think Myles Garrett, because he comes from a predominantly the 4-3 front where he was the go do your thing. Like, you don't have to you don't have to rush out to coverage. You don't have to cover no backs. Just hit the running back on the way in and go get the quarterback. The whole defense will just tailor to him. It's not like that in LA. He's what, in a 3-4 now, right? So he's an outside linebacker. You're gonna have to drop into coverage. You don't think some tight ends are gonna be able to take advantage of him in pass coverage or something? Like, I think Kyle's kind of licking his chops at this. But I think we have a shot. I think everything will work out the way it's supposed to. If we stay healthy, I think we can make noise. I don't think Seattle's going to be as dominant. You lost your offensive coordinator. You got a new first-timer in there. All the players are this isn't the Legion of Boom where they want 4 Super Bowls in a row. It's a very good defense, but I feel like they're going to have a down year. Let's say like a 9 to 10 win year. Be really good. Sam Darnold's on like a podcast tour right now. It's usually not a good sign. You know, I just feel
Yeah.
like they're gonna fall off a little bit, and then maybe they'll
Mhm.
bounce back the year after. But I don't think they have the same like, I mean, look at the Ravens. Even though Mike McDonald left, they had that number one defense. Then he left, and they fell off. And you know, I feel like you're gonna see that kind of like. I don't think you're gonna see dominance like you did with the Legion of Boom or any of those types of teams for a couple years.
Hey, Ryan, this is a great call, man. You got to give me a
Yeah, I
call back
appreciate you,
again,
brother.
bro. And
Yeah, yeah,
thanks
I
for
got
all of the
you.
great kudos at the beginning of the call, man. I really
Yeah,
mean
of
a lot
course,
to me.
man. Good luck with
All
everything.
right. Talk to you, man.
All right, later.
All right. Hey, y'all, let's pay some bills, man. I'll be back in a second. I'll holla at y'all. The Coaches Huddle is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's the #1 sports pick app in America, and it's the easiest way to win cash while watching games. It's as simple as picking 2 or more players to go more or less and lock it in. And now, PrizePicks offers a new team area where you can pick futures, totals, spreads, and winners. This is available in 30 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. And new users using promo code HMA will get $50 instantly when you play for your first $5 lineup. Link is in the description. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. All right, bro. Let's get Angel in here. My dog. What's good, Angel? How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? Do it good, do it good.
Hey, man, welcome to the show. We already know the topics, starting with Ayuk burning bridges. Did he just torch his ticket to DC? Yes or no? Talk to me, bro.
Bro, he poured the gasoline, he lit the match. It's bad. It's bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's like from the very beginning, the talking, the speeding, the dancing, police running out the building. What the hell's going on? And
Yeah.
it's just I don't understand, bro. It's like for someone to
What's
have
your
that
take
much.
on it?
Okay, it's like it's just bad all the way around. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, if you did want to go to another team, keep your mouth shut, do your work. You know what I mean? Fly under the radar. Someone's going to pick you up eventually, But all
Mm-hmm.
this other stuff, it's like, come on, man. It's making yourself look bad where another team's going to want to pick you up.
Right.
And Jaden Daniels being his boy, that was like the only shot he had to go into Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you're at a good job and one of your boys wants to get hired on, but his work ethic and his character, are you going to put your name out there for him to get hired
Hell
on?
nah.
Hell no. So it's like Jaden Daniels probably already seen that coming. It's like, we're cool, but we're not cool enough for me to put my name out there and you work with
Yeah,
us.
we're not on the. It's like you got those friends where they cool with you, and everybody has friends in like boxes, right? So I
Yep.
got my basketball friends, I got my clubbing friends, I got my
Yep,
work
yep.
friends. You know what I'm saying? We all got our different type of friends, and we all have that level of friends where very few reach the friend where you cross over. Like you
Oh,
could
yeah.
be my basketball friend, you could be my work friend, you could be my very few can hold more than one hat. And
Exactly.
one thing that's very clear is that when you have work friends, when it's all about money, the moment you start messing up my bread, we got to cut things off, bruh. I'm sorry. Like, we can't be associated like that. And I could see Jaden Daniels looking at BA like, look, bruh, like you said, we can be cool, but just we could be cool without football, though. Because we can't do, we got to meet up somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like one of those, at the end of the day, no one's going to help you if you're not going to help yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like at the end of the day, Jaden Daniels, you know what I mean? A lot of people joined the league for the love of the game, but at the same time, for money to provide for their family. So it's like, you're not going to get food off their table, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put my reputation out there on the line for my boys. Like, we could be cool, but stay over there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, dude,
So-
it's just bad all the way around with them. I don't think Washington's gonna pick him up.
Nah. Yeah. We'll see. Topic 2, dog. Purdy at 85. Disrespect or deserve. Talk to me.
I rock with it. You know what I mean? He missed a lot of games throughout the season. I think it's right where it needs to be, just because it's like, if he would have played a full season, it could have been better. It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's right there. It's good. It's good. Brock
All right.
Purdy, I don't think he hit his peak yet. So that's a good spot.
Not mad at it. Let's get our last topic in. Super Bowl or bust. What do you think?
I'm a Niner fan, man. I gotta say Super Bowl each year, man. But
Just
we
blind.
gotta, yeah. Finally, man. I'm 29. I've never witnessed a Super Bowl win, so it's like, got so close.
You want one?
But yeah, but I think we got the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We got a lot of players coming back from injury. So, high hopes. So I think Super Bowl. But let me ask you something.
Okay.
Which 49ers player, you know how the term always goes around, are we one player away?
Mm-hmm.
Which 49er player from the past, if you can bring him in this current team, can make this a Super Bowl winning team? Like Joe Montana as QB instead of Brock Purdy, Jerry Rice instead of Mike Evans, but the rest of the team stays the same with the current NFL and the current coach. Justin Smith on defense, you know what I'm saying? Like, which do you think? Pretty tough, huh?
That is, because I got a lot of names running through my mind right now. All right, so we got Joe, we got Jerry. Can I go one offense, one defense?
Yeah, off top.
All right. So defense, I would go Charles Haley.
Yup.
I go Charles Haley on defense. And for offense, I'm going Joe Montana.
Yeah. I can see that. Man, if I had to pick,
Haley would change everything. Charles Haley would change everything on defense.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, even if we had a player like Justin Smith,
Smith.
If we had a player like Justin Smith right now. Alden Smith, RIP. We had them in the front, Fred Warner in the back. It's like, yeah. I feel like those
that's
players.
That's a great question, Agent. I like that, man. That's a great question, man. Hey,
call back again, man.
I really love this call, man. Call back again, man. Loved your time, man.
Yes, sir. Later, brother.
Talk to you. Hey, my man, Molly Mall. I see you. Come on. Come to the screen. Come to the screen. Molly Ball. Oh, Molly Ball. Get you in here. But dog, what's good, baby?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Man, I'm sitting here listening to these topics. Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. Can you hear me?
I got you, man. Hey, start with topic one, man. Ayuk burns the bridge. Did he just torch his ticket to DC? Yes or no? Talk to me.
Man, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. Is it like a joke or is he serious? He got CTE? Because it's like, it just came out of nowhere. I'm sitting there. I'm thinking he going to Washington. I have been feeling like he doing a little too much. If you trolling, you're doing a little bit too much trolling. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So it just kind of came out of nowhere. But man, just my thoughts about the whole Ayuk situation. I'm not trying to, relive it or re-argue it, but it's kind of like the team and the player, man, they got it's faults on both sides. Cause I don't understand why, brother, why would San Francisco, why do they still want to hold on to him? He tore every ligament in his knee. You don't know what his status is going to be like. You hold some culpability in this as well. LA is down there assembling the Avengers on a defensive line, and you messing around with Ayuk trying to sit up here, go tit for tat. Move on. I didn't understand last season. Like, it seemed like everything was fine. He was in the building. He was coaching up the guys on the sideline during the games. And then you say, let me take a hand grenade, throw it in the middle of the locker room when you're having a surprisingly successful season with your starting quarterback out, your starting wide receiver out, your tight ends out, your linebackers out, your D ends out, you're number one in your division. And you say, hey, let me leak to the league that we took away his guarantees. I'm thinking, did you want him to give a reaction that you got? Like, were you hoping that he didn't play so you wouldn't have to pay him for last season? Because it just didn't make sense. Like, you're having a successful year. Why would you go and put that out there? And now you have a whole bunch of drama in your locker room. Of course, he's being immature. I wouldn't say he wasn't. But the team, I don't understand why they just don't want to move on. Just move on from him. Like, do you have any ideas?
Yeah. So I the questions you're asking a lot of questions that everybody has. You're not alone. One thing, for me, because we all, like you said, you don't want to relive it or relitigate the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I'll talk from a 10,000-foot view. One thing for me is that I feel in order to make a good deal makes everybody feel like they lost something, but they gained something at the same time, right? You got something out of the deal. I got something out of the deal. You didn't get 100% of what you wanted, but neither did I.
Correct.
I believe that the real issue between the Niners and Brandon Ayuk is that the Niners want their cake and they want to eat it too. And Brandon Ayuk wants his cake and he wants to eat it too.
So what do you think the Niners want?
100%. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Everybody wants 100% of what they need. There's two, and I'll simplify it into two things. All right. The cake that the Niners have is that the Niners want their money back. They want their money back. They just don't want to get rid of Brandon Ayuk. They want their bread back. They think that the deal that they signed with Brandon Ayuk was not a good deal. They want their money back. So that's one. All right. Now, one would say, if you want your money back, all right, cool. Then release the player. But this is the and eat it too part with the Niners. You want your money back, but then you don't want Brandon Ayuk to come back and show how wrong you were, all right, and how you suppressed a player that was healthy. I'll answer another question of yours is, why are the Niners doing this to Brandon Ayuk? He's healthy. That's why.
Yeah.
He's healthy. All right. He was healthy before he left. He's healthy. All right. So that's where a lot of the frustration comes. So let's go on to Brandon Ayuk's side. What's his cake and eat it too? Brandon Ayuk wants to leave the Niners. All right. That's his cake. I need to get out of here. You gave me the first part of my money. You gave me the upfront signing bonus. All right. You want to take my voided guarantees? Cool. I don't even want to contend it. I'm not even going to the NFLPA to get it reinstated, get my money back. You can have it. But this is the eat it too. I want to not only leave, but I want to go to the Commanders. I want to go to a specific place. So not only do I want to leave, but I want to be able to go to this one team right away. And because they have both been doing this, they've been missing a lot of exits off this highway. That
they have.
Who are sane, like you and I and everybody else watching, where it doesn't make sense, where it's like, well, if Brandon Ayuk was about to get cut, why doesn't he just show up? Well, if the Niners really wanted to if the Niners are really tired of Brandon Ayuk, why don't you just release him in June 1? Well, if Brandon Ayuk really was tired of his agent, why didn't he just fire him? And there's all of these simple steps that seem well within sanity to do that are not being done because both sides don't see a path where they think they've won unless they get 100% of what they want.
Yeah.
And
well,
that's
to be
where
honest,
the logjam is.
With the Brandon Ayuk situation in regards to that, he gave the money back. Most people would have filed some sort of grievance with the NFL, at least in my opinion. Let's say that was me, right? And of course, we all suspected that it was him not trusting their training staff and their training facilities, and that's why he kind of rehabbed on his own. Now, maybe he wasn't giving them an update, which obviously that's what they wanted, and that's what they used to take back the money. But if that was me, my argument to the NFLPA would have been, if I wanted to keep my money, it would have been, we got the worst training facility and staff in the league voted on by the players, the worst. So I don't trust them. They want to trade me. So why would I put my health and my career in the hands of a team that openly, as soon as I got hurt and the season had concluded, they come out and say, we're actively looking to trade Brandon Ayuk. Why would I put my health and my career in the hands of a team that does not want me on the team? Right. So he gave up the money. Now, him wanting to go to a specific team, that's kind of just like saying, hey, just release me and I'll be able to do what I want to do. And the writing is on the wall. Like, you're not going to get a trade partner for him. He's a player who's damaged goods. So why would I give up anything for him? Right. So you're going to have to release him in a sense. So I don't know if they feel like, oh, he wants to go to the Commanders, so we're going to stick it to him one last time on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the Commanders is a juggernaut.
Hey, Mo, you want to hear some toxic shit?
Hey, yep.
What's the worst thing about leaving a woman? It's not the fact that she won't let you leave, but she wants her pound of flesh before you leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like a woman scoring, absolutely.
Yeah, you just can't.
And the Niners are scoring.
Yeah. You just can't leave. You just can't leave.
Yeah.
You need to wear a scar from me.
Yeah.
All right. You just can't leave. So what
you think it's that personal?
Oh, hell yeah, bruh. Hell yeah.
Because he didn't talk for like 9 months. And they were still dripping out little stories. So I'm thinking, like, was it really that deep?
They trying to go get his money back. They want more. They want that money. They want the forbearable grievance clause, like where they can go get back money for conduct detrimental, they're doing that. They want it back in blood, bruh. They about to make.
What if he did something insane? What if he did something insane? Was like, here, y'all release me. I'll give the rest of the money back. Do you think they would even still release him?
Yeah, I think if he said I'll give you all of the money back, I think that would have to be like in writing. But I Brendan Ayuk's got a second issue.
Oh no, he does. Now he does.
Reputation. Yeah. So now it ain't.
And I don't know why he started talking.
It ain't even a Niners thing anymore. It's a credibility thing.
Yeah. Right, and to be honest, if he would have just kept being quiet, okay, it's all good. Come on, let's go.
No, finish up.
Okay, my closing point with that is if he would have just kept being quiet, because I'm the type of person I feel like just be quiet, and then like they'll never know your next move. Just be quiet, let them talk, and they'll be the ones that's looking bad. But once he started talking with the trying to troll them and all the kind of a lot of this stuff is just a slow news month, not really newsworthy, but it's a slow news month, so it's kind of like it's gonna be magnified. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely has a maturity problem. Definitely.
I'm gonna keep it on. Hey, BA. Yeah. You kept the channel alive during the dead period, baby.
Hey, for real. That brother has been feeding. He's been feeding a lot of content creators.
He has been feeding us.
It's been slow news week. Purdy at 85.
Purdy at 85.
Okay, Purdy at 85. Nah, man, he's hurt, man. He's always hurt, man. Like in my opinion, I believe he should have got the Baker Mayfield deal. I don't believe he should have got no $50 million. A guy who's always hurt. He had one good year and one half of year. How do you get $500 million for one good season and a half of a season? That is like you just did that with Jimmy almost. I mean, it's a little bit more sample size with Brock than Jimmy, but you did it with Jimmy. And then in a season and a half, you regretted that with Jimmy. Why would you wash, rinse, and repeat the same scenario with a guy who's hurt more than Jimmy?
So you saying nay? You saying that it's not deserved? He shouldn't be top 100.
No, he should be top 100, but 85. Yeah, that's about. I mean, they didn't shaft him. They didn't know. Like he needs to be 85 or even close to like 95 or 99 or something like that. Yeah, just because he missed so many games. Yeah.
All right. Topic.
And then a Super Bowl
or bust.
Nah. That's not Super Bowl at all. That's not Super Bowl at all because they are not building a football team. They are building a frat house of friendships. When you still have George Kittle, you don't want to replace him. I'm telling you, brother, a frat house of friendships. When you don't want to replace Kittle, you got Kyle Juszczyk on the team. Juszczyk, as the previous caller said, I don't know what he does other than be Kyle's homeboy, right? You don't want to replace him. And you could easily replace a fullback. Get a 21-year-old guy fresh out of college. Man, come on, man. Trent Taylor is still on the team. River Craycraft. How many times are you going to bring these guys back, bro? Like, you are not trying to replace your friends. You want comfortability, and that is not building a Super Bowl team. So, no. And they're trying to save money with them soccer teams overseas. No. I'm not mad at the Yorks. They gave them everything that they needed. They said, I've given you resources, brother. It ain't like they have it. The Fords and the Kinlaws, they have done what they have asked them to do. And then there has been nothing, no fruit has bared. So I'm not mad at the Yorks. They did what they were supposed to do for the last 7-8 years. I'm not mad. I can't be mad.
Hey,
2 Super Bowls.
Maul, you got to call back again, man. I love your energy.
For sure.
This was a great call, bro. I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Peace. All right, man. Hey, Chris, put up Cosby. My bad. Cosby. Chris, you after that. Got my man Cos in here. What's good, Cos? What's good, bro?
Hey, I had a whole setup. I had my 49er backdrop and everything. And I realized my phone is about to die. So I had to relocate. I'm so mad. So I didn't have a plug access in the other room where I was at. I didn't have like a cord long enough so I could. Yeah, so I had to I'm in the office now. I didn't want to be here, but
look, I see, but you see what I did? I got us. I got production all around us. So you in the office.
You got it tight.
Backdrop. We good.
Man, hey, I want you know what? I always do this, but I listen to all of the callers and I want to piggyback on some of the things some of the other guys said. And I just think, Coach, you have been amazing. I mean, your growth and the things that you do. I'm going to keep it 100. I did not like Jesse, but you're doing your show, Coaches Huddle with Jesse. And now I watch Jesse even when he's on the other podcast, when he's doing other stuff, I watch because Jesse is good. And I wouldn't have known that if not for you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that. And a lot of people a lot of people give him shit. You know what I mean? They give him because of his opinions. But guess what? He be on point, bro.
He ain't no punk. He ain't no punk.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what. The truth is never really accepted. People, you know what I'm saying? Not at first. They got to think about it. I hope we have some 49er fans that can prove to be conscious thinkers, you know, and think a little bit and just don't get emotional. Because Jesse's a thinker, bro. And if you not, don't watch Jesse.
Hey, I can't wait to show him this, man. This is a huge endorsement, bro. Thank you, guys.
Hey, and you tell him I watch that show when he be on there with all the other content creators. I can't remember.
The
round table, the NFC West round table.
NFC West round table. You guys check that out. The NFC West round table.
Tell Jesse to keep serving them motherfuckers. Keep serving them. Excuse my French. I'm sorry.
Hell no, it's the Coaches Huddle, dog. Hey, you bringing back some live watch show party energy. See, you notice I've been chilling. I've been chilling, but when it come down to the weekend, I'm back the fuck in. I'm back in. The way we bring it on the weekends, dog. I'm back in.
Okay, so
you got me hyped, cuz. What's up? What you trying to do?
Look, I missed you, Coach. I'm going to keep it 100. Let somebody else laugh. Look, man, I need a shave and everything. And I was I can't go in the Coaches Huddle like this. I can't. But
I got my geometry.
Everybody was representing so much. I had to come, man. I had to get some. I haven't been here in so long. It's like I'm an addict and I need this fix. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Hey,
so look,
let's get into the topics, nigga. Let's get into the topics, nigga.
I was about to say the same thing. Okay.
Let's go. All right, talk to me.
All right. I'm a poet, right?
Okay.
And I got a piece called Mama's Boy.
All right.
I'm a mama's boy. I always have been, always will be. Found myself doing things that wouldn't make mama proud of me. Why is that relevant? Because I think, like you, that this could be a farce. They could be trying to trick us because last I heard, the 49ers were trying to have Washington investigated for tampering. So how do they get this onus off them? By starting a confrontation, if you will, with Brandon Ayuk, where he does something like insult Jalen Daniels with something that relevant or conscious individuals will realize is not really an insult. Being a mama's boy is not an insult because we all mama's boys. Real talk.
Boy.
Yeah. Any real man is a mama's boy. I'm gonna keep it 100. Your foundation has to come from some place. Let it be our mothers. Why not? She's the first teacher, right?
Yeah.
I'm
my father's son, but I'm a mama's boy. That's what it is.
Exactly. And we all are. So if we look at it under the surface, not what they're throwing at us and what they want us to see, but if we trying to see what's in the other hand, I'm with you, Coach. I'm 40%. They might be trying to get us.
I think they're trying to get us, dog. Yeah.
Look, and I'm going to say something 100 too. Both parties are at fault because Brandon Ayuk is an amazing talent that I, as a 49er fan, really don't want to see walk. But this other side of him that he's showing us, this childishness, it's making me just want to wash my hands of him. It's a complete turnoff. And I don't want to say bad things about him because it's his life. And I want him to live
young.
it. It's his life. And he has the right to do what he wants to. I just hope that like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, he's not regretting these things. You know what I'm saying? That's my hope for him.
He will, but that's life.
That's my hope for him. That's life. My hope for the 49ers is to go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead.
I was going to say, look, that's my hope for him. And my hope for the 49ers are to, if they can recoup some money, because it would help us. Because I think that he signed that contract in bad faith. He knew he had beef with us. He knew he really didn't want to rock with us. But it's like all of this was I know he didn't plan on getting hurt, but it kind of worked into his. Like, I think he was going to screw us some way, shape, form, or fashion anyway, even if he wouldn't have got hurt, because he was never happy. He was never happy, bro. He been hot ever since. He wasn't made a part of the Cabo clique.
Yeah, I see you hitting on a lot of different levels, man. So
Yeah.
I agree. And maybe the Cabo clique closed its doors. Maybe they weren't taking in new members. The whole situation with BA is going to be interesting moving forward. But I will tell you, man, part of the process is you don't get no stripes without taking some L's, man. So he's gonna take some L's, but he's gonna be all right. He got generation. If he really is from what he tries to say he's from, if he's all right, you from Rockland, but we ain't gonna go there. But if you really from where you say you're from, you gotta package that a choke an elephant. You can put that thing out. You good for life if you know what you're doing. If you putting that bread out there and doing the right things and investing that bread, you can handle yourself with that multi-generational money that you just got, man. So, hey, let's get into our second topic. Purdy at 85, top 100. Disrespect or deserved? You feeling it or not?
So can I ask you a question real quick? This 85 was based on just last year, correct?
Yes, 2025. Yeah.
Okay, so then I would have to be okay. And look, and the only reason I'm okay with it, I'm not saying that Brock Purdy is an 85. I think Brock Purdy definitely should be in top 50 on this list. But if you look at the fact that he missed half the games, it was 17 games. He only played 9 or 10, I think, if you count let's take that back. 11 if you count the 2 playoff games. But in those games, he showed, he still ended the season as a top 10 quarterback stats wise. And I think we had Mac Jones in the same, like, top 15 or top 25. It was really good for our quarterback room as a whole last year. And but like I said, he did miss 8 games. So maybe that's why he got the 85. But talent wise and what he's proven since he's been in this league, I think he should have been higher, but I won't be mad. It's just they gave him, they didn't kick him like they normally do. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he was Mr. Irrelevant, they haven't let him forget that. No matter, he's outplayed the name and they still won't let him forget that. So I think that's what this 85 is about. And if I want to be just quite honest, as a 49er fan, don't nobody fucking like us. don't nobody fucking like us.
You're dropping the
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man.
So we expect this kind. Look, if 49er fans haven't come to appreciate this kind of behavior, because that's what I do. I just figure it's like they got to talk about us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So if it's going to be negative, okay, we just going to go out and prove them wrong between the lines every year like we do. Every single year. Last year, ain't no way we should have did what we did with all the injuries we had. And even that performance don't make them step back, take a pause, and be like, yeah, these guys are really a force to be reckoned with. Nah, they won't say that. They won't say that. They gonna say, oh, but he's Mr. Irrelevant. That's what they will say. So,
all right, man. Close us out, Kaz. Last one. Super Bowl or bust. Are the Niners real this year?
Okay. Your last caller went real hard on the franchise. He said that they got franchise friendly. But the way I look at it, I don't look at it like he does. This is how I look at it. We have a lot of very, very good, talented vets. And I think, and this is just me, I could be wrong, for once, we have the right mix of veterans and youth.
I like that.
Right? We have an opportunity to go out and not only make it to a Super Bowl, but win a Super Bowl. Think about this for a second. Every year that we've been healthy, relatively healthy, we got 2 NFC championships, 2 Super Bowl appearances. Over, let's say, the last 7 years, I think. And those years we were healthy. If we can stay relatively healthy, or at least have backups. You see how Mac Jones came in and relieved Purdy. I think we went 5-3 during those games that he did not play. Kept us afloat. That's what we need. We need, and I have a question for you. Do you think Kyle Shanahan is learning? Because we really need to play McCaffrey less. I love McCaffrey. He was on my fantasy team. He got points for me, but we got to play him less so that, and people like Kittle, we got backups for Kittle. We don't need to rush Kittle back when Tunges did so good. We got to have smart coaching, but we are actually in a position to make a whole bunch of people hate us even more.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quick because I'm gonna close you out with this one. I don't know if Kyle's learning or not. What I do understand is that Kyle is going to do whatever he can to make sure that the offense is ran at a clip that he feels comfortable with. Right now, the offense is ran through Christian McCaffrey. So whether or not we bring guys in that are going to help us, if Keelan Black actually gets a role in this offense, if Jordan James actually gets a role in this offense, then we'll see. But as far as what Kyle has learned, I think you got to go with what you last saw. And what I last saw was us getting clipped when we played with an injury-riddled team after winning 12 games. And also one of those 12 games was on the road against the Eagles. So one thing I will tell you is that the coaching is as high as ever. Kyle's still one of the best coaches in the league, but we just got to see if he'll be able to get over the hump.
Hey, man, I'm with you, Coach. I'm with you.
Hey, Kyle,
you know, no matter what, bang, 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 bang. You already know.
All day. Hey, thanks for calling in. Call back in, man. You a sight for sore eyes, man. It was glad to see you, man.
Hey, Coach, I've been working on some things. I'm gonna call you. Believe me, I'm working on some stuff that I want to involve you in. So I will be calling you. I promise you.
You got me on X, Tough Up Front 77.
Yep.
You can DM me on X, or you can email me at sfbangbang49.
Okay, I got you.
Email me, dog.
Real talk. I'm hey, for real, I'm working on some really good stuff, and when I tell you about it, you're gonna bust out laughing. But it's good stuff.
I already know what you into, so I'm just waiting for us to talk, bro.
Yeah, you know I do film and television, so you know that'll give you a hint.
I know. I'm waiting for you to talk, man. We gonna rap.
Okay, cool.
I know you understand.
Cool,
we gonna talk, brother.
Yes, sir. I promise. Thank you. It was an honor, Coach. Thank you every time.
It's always an honor, brother. Talk to you, man. Peace. All right, hey, so what we're going to do, we're going to get Chris up, Greg, all right, then Shills, all right, Alex, I see you in here. Where'd Chris go? Oh, there goes Chris. Chris.
Yeah, I'm here, Coach.
What's good, brother? How you doing?
What's good, man? Just when you think our offseason could be quiet, it's never quiet.
Hey, man, good look to Brandon Ayuk, dude. He has been paying the bills, baby. So let's start with him. Ayuk burns his bridges, yay or nay? Did he just torch his ticket in D.C.? Talk to me.
Man, this guy is cooked, man.
Cooked?
Cooked. And I want to tell you why, Coach. I think people missing the main point about this, man. And you and I, you know, everybody really know this, man. You ain't gonna get on no internet and talk about somebody's moms, no matter how intense it is or how light it is, bruh. You ain't gonna talk about nobody's moms, dog. Like,
yeah,
if you my man, come on, man. Even your best friend, you don't play like that, man.
Yeah.
You don't play like that, man. Like you couldn't ever talking about. I don't even want to rewind back about what he said about the GM. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. You talking crazy on the net like the whole NFL ain't watching you.
I just feel like it's BA's. I just feel like it would be so BA to be like stupid. Y'all really thought that I was gonna talk about my friend? Never that. Glenn, grrr. Like I just see him doing some stupid shit like that, bruh. Like I could see him doing that, bruh. Like dumbass, stupid. Really thought that I was like these dumbasses really thought I was gonna play on my friend. Stupid. These dumb. Get me off this bum ass team. Like I just come on, bruh. Like I really got him doing that.
Yeah, but it's like the fan that came up to Jada, you know, Jada had to laugh it off. He got money on the table. He ain't trying to mess up no bread, saying nothing crazy or even responding back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like for you to come out later and show that video and you say something about his mom, whatever the content was, but it was like, come on, dog. Now you're wilding. Like
you're
this
doing
your
too
last
much.
like you really, but you pretty much had the scissors and you cut your own rope, bro.
Yeah.
Like who gonna want that in that locker room, man? Like, yeah, you may be cool, like, you know what I mean? You know, dude playing it cool, to have a couple drinks, now you start wilding out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I think he's done, man.
All right, cool. Let's get into our second topic.
Yeah.
Purdy at 85. Yay or nay? Deserved or disrespected?
And this just goes off of last season, right? What he did last season?
Last season, yep. This is the players too. Players rank this.
85. Yeah, I'm all right with it now, man. But you know,
okay.
I just feel like, you know, it's a little asterisk on it because he was hurt and Matt Jones came in and kind of cooked a little bit. So that kind of like puts a damper off the 85. Like, I know he could, like, I know we seen games where it's like, all right, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, at one point in time, you was in MVP conversation. So
that's true.
Like, it's there, but we gotta see that now he gotta take that next step. That next step, hopefully, you know what I mean, he could take the next step, like start lead, really leading us, like, you know what I mean, where we're supposed to go.
We need to see 2024 again.
Yeah, but we got to kick it up another notch.
A little bit more. I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah,
all right.
Sure.
Last topic: Super Bowl or bust.
I'm usually not the type that be like, you know, Super Bowl. I just want to get in because I know once we get in, and all
you know what, I'm the same way, bro.
Right.
Like as long as we get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Right. Trust me, I will love home field. But I know if I get in, I know we could be road warriors, and that won't even be an issue. So I would say, like, yeah, it's definitely Super Bowl, or it's definitely Super Bowl because, like, we can't, like, we already, like, you know, we already need the oil change on our tire. We already need the oil change in the car for our team. Like, we getting up there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the transmission's still running good, but we know that thing ain't going to be able to hold up for too much longer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with the core group that we got, I think, like, yeah, the Super Bowl is definitely in the picture because we got the perfect balance of, like, the young, but the rookies got a pop. But I want to say something. I just want to give you a.
Okay.
I don't want the draft. I just want to make one comment on that because it's been a minute.
Okay.
Like, basically, the draft, I wasn't so mad about it, but what made me mad about it is that you drafted the running back and the wide receiver the year before and didn't play. Like, if they would have played, I'd have been so fine with the Black and Stripling draft getting them. Yeah, I would have been fine with that. That was okay. But the only thing that made me mad is like, yo, these dudes that we drafted the year before ain't even play. That's why it made me so mad that we drafted the players that we did at that point in time.
True. It seemed a bit redundant at the time.
Right.
And when you're waiting all this time for a draft pick, you want to be able to get into something that you can see help in other areas. So I can understand that too.
Right.
But
like,
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, hopefully this is a DK Metcalf and AJ Brown situation with this Ole Miss tandem that we got going on the squad already. I hope that's the vision that they see. I don't know if that's going to be the actual thing that we see on the field, but hopefully they know something I don't know.
Hey, man. Chris, thanks for calling in, bro. We're going to keep it going, man.
All right,
thanks for
no
calling,
doubt.
bro.
You got it.
At you. Peace. All right, man. We're going to get Greg up. What's going on, Greg?
Long time listener, first time caller, but thanks, really, man. Appreciate your show. I've loved you from the moment you got going. The only other time I've ever called in was on Grant, and it was immediately after you, and you killed it so badly I didn't know what to say.
Hey man, in other ways, it's long overdue, Greg. I'm glad you're up here, man. Talk to me, brother. So I got it streamlined for you. No need to be
Okay.
nervous. First topic: Ayuk burns the bridge. Talk to me. Did he just torch his ticket to DC? Yay or nay?
Yeah, I've been listening to all the other callers, and I have to say, I think that saying that it's some big like 4D chess move on his part, I think is probably a little too generous, because every move he's done up until now has been just complete like off the cuff.
Okay.
So I personally haven't seen enough tactical movement on his part to really say that he is capable of planning something like that at this point. I think it's just he shot off his mouth, his friend got mad, and his friend basically blasted him saying enjoy retirement, which is pretty harsh.
Yeah.
But true. So but who knows, it could be the 4D chess move, but I just don't really see it at this point, because yeah, you attack someone's mom, and then yeah, that's pretty harsh. So he may have burned his only card, but more importantly, he still has to get off of the Niners, and he's refusing to do what he needs to do there. And I've appreciated you, Coach, especially talking about his responsibilities in this whole situation, because I know, like, I've listened to Grant and Jesse and some of the others, and they're always quick to blame the Niners. And trust me, I'm right there with you that the Niners
they were wrong.
They've definitely screwed up, but you don't show up to work. You can't get a help. Be accountable. Nobody can get a hold of you. What do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah, nobody's going to wait on you.
Yeah, and it's like I've heard others say, "Oh, well, immediately after the contract, the Niners leaked out that they, that they did this to the contract, so or that was already pending, and he just waited forever." But it's like, well, the Niners always do save face maneuvers like that after every hard contract.
They're an organization.
So it's like I haven't seen anything which warrants the level he's gone to in all of this situation. Yeah, was it contentious? Sure. Did he feel like he wasn't beloved as much as he thinks he should be? Probably. But I haven't seen anything that warrants his reactions. And when you go out there and you attack your head coach, who I saw something Warren Sharp was talking about, that back in the day he used to literally give like presents to like the second coach of the tight ends and the people in the weight room, because you never know where you're going to need these people down the road. And here he goes out and he blasts Kyle Shanahan, and I'm not a Kyle Shanahan fan. I think he's overrated, and I think his time here has been good. I mean, we've been contenders, but I think he's always going to hold us back. I kind of am in that boat of like he's like the new Harry or the how Reed was in Philadelphia. But it's like, dude, you just shat on Kyle Shanahan, and half the league is his tree. So it's like, to me, it's like, dude, what are you thinking? And then you attack John Lynch, who was just coming to your house to do a welfare check, basically. I mean, it's like, when you do things and like
how
that,
you shaped it was seedy. It's like even how he shaped it wasn't a good. It wasn't a good look.
So to me, it's like I want to be on Ayuk's side, but it's like, dude, all these moves that you're making are, it's like the worst possible reaction to every situation at this point. And to me, it's like I'm at the point where I'm like, as the Niners, I would just hold them. It's like, you say you're not going to show up. Okay, well, we'll see how long that actually lasts.
That lasts. Yeah.
Because to me, it's like at this point, short of him coming and doing a press conference and publicly apologizing for his attacks on our coach and our general manager, I'd say, well, I guess you're just not going anywhere anytime soon. Enjoy just sitting on the sidelines. And even if you do show up, you still got to pass the physical. And we know how, especially after Max Crosby, how those can sometimes go. So it's like you are nowhere even remotely close to being let go, nor should the Niners really do you a favor. And it's like one of the callers before mentioned, well, why should we give him to the Washington, which I think even at this point, Washington should really be like questioning.
It would be wild to take it. It'd be crazy to take him in. Yeah.
But even if they still wanted him, why should we do them any favors when we got to play them on week 6? And like I said, that first stretch of the season is going to be important for us to stack up wins. And that's one, it's a home game. It's a Monday night game. We need that in the win column, because the back half of our season is going to be rough. So it's like, why do you want to do them any favors? So I think as an organization, why the heck would you keep him or let him go before then? Because it's
Yeah.
like, to me, it's like, okay, fine. If you're going to release him on Tuesday after the Monday night game, you know, because why
Yeah.
are you going to do them any favors? So to me, it's like, I feel bad for the guy because he clearly is not getting any good sound advice. And,
Yeah.
it really sounds like up until this point of his career, he's never had to face the hard realities that his stuff doesn't stink. And
Yeah.
it's sad, but he's going to learn the hard way, unfortunately, because he's probably playing himself right out of not only going to Washington, but probably the NFL entirely, which is really sad. It really is. I feel for
It
him.
is. All right, brother. Topic 2. Purdy at 85, top 100. He makes the list off of it from last season. Talk to me. Deserve or disrespected?
I think it's actually pretty fair, given that he only played like 9 games last year. Now he did kind of have a rough like first game, but after that he was on fire. And I think this is really telling how well the rest of the players see Purdy. That even though he missed so many games, when he was back, he was fire. And so I think it's probably pretty deserved. I think had he had a full season the way he was playing, he might have been a bit higher. But I think that there's always going to be that cachet that he was a 7th round pick, the last in the draft. So he's never going to break like the top 25 or probably even the top 50. But to me, I like Purdy. I think that he's good enough. I really wish that we had Ayuk to be his number 1 receiver, because that's why I was so excited when they were pushing to sign Ayuk, because that's what I think Purdy needs, is a true number 1 threat. But I think it's pretty fair for the season that he had last year, and I just hope that he can try not to get killed behind that offensive line that Kyle never ever addresses.
I mean, I love that. Third topic.
Yeah.
Super Bowl or bust? Are the Niners real this year? Yay or nay?
Well, it should be, but I don't know if the organization really believes so, because we never really have gone all in. It's like, we could have gone after Garrett. I don't know but it's like, since the debacle with Trey Lance, it seems like those all in deals are just not even in the cards from upstairs. I think it should be, especially given the fact that you have some of these really talented people. You have a George Kittle, but he's getting up there. You have a Fred Warner, but he's not getting any younger. I mean, we have a lot of really great people, but the window on their play is shortening, and so we should be really going all in, because you figure in the next couple of years we're going to have to make some really hard decisions on the Nick. Is there going to be another extension for Nick Bosa, or is that it? Are we going to extend Fred Warner? So it should be an all in. Now, I would agree with you. You should always just be focused on just making the playoffs, because once you get in the tournament, anything can happen. But realistically, you have to look at this whole team and say, you know what? We're not getting any younger. Yeah, we have some new, really great talent that I'm really excited to, but we're at a point to where we're much closer to a major teardown rebuild than we are being like contenders for the next 5 to 10 years. So to me, I think they should be all in. I just don't really have any faith that Parag and Jed are really all in at this point. I think that if it was truly up to Kyle, probably, but the problem is, I think after the Ayuk thing, they did take away some of the keys. That he's not completely in the driver's seat anymore.
That's true too. Like I said this earlier on. There's got to be some people. You got to know what a civil war entails, right? 2 sides inside of an organization that are warring for power, right? That's what the Civil War is all about. And there's got to be people who are on the Union that are thrilled. And they're looking at the Confederacy and saying, I fucking told you that this guy should have been out of here. And we got the power now, and now you don't. So, hey, Greg.
Well, and if I could just, Coach, I would say that if that's the case, that's probably a good thing, because I think Kyle has too much power. That's why we've been in the messes that we've been in. But the downside is that it means that you're less likely to make the all-in, let's go get Myles Garrett kind of moves that we could have taken advantage of. So it's a
I
yin
like
and
that.
yang.
It's a
Yeah.
give and take. Greg,
Yeah.
this was an amazing call. Call back again, bro. You got to come in, man. You got to call back, man. Don't let this be your first and last time.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. Have a good one.
Talk to you. All right. Hey, we got to get my man Shills in here. Shills has been waiting. We're gonna go Shills, Ajas, then we're gonna go Alex, Corey. Then we're gonna close out with Corey. All right. So where's my man Shills at? Let's get Shills in here. Shills. This man Shills. Shills. You know you my dog. Shills. Shills gonna come back. We're gonna go ahead and throw Ajas up. Look at this. See, this is what happens when majority of your fan base is middle-aged men. They do what they want. They have their own lives. So they just can't sit around and wait for people to come in all day. I respect your patience, my friend. Ajas, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, brother. Talk to
It's been
me.
a while. It's been a while.
You look good, man. How you been?
Thank you. Thank you for your lies, but thank you.
What's going
Hey,
on,
man,
bro?
first of all, we got to start the show with my comments with flowers to you, because you know that's what I always do when I call you.
Turaf, man. Turaf. I already know.
Tarov, that's right. Awesome. You remember that. So first, it's been a while since we talked. Just wanted to take a moment to say you've done wonderful things with the channel, man. The channel's
Thank
grown.
you.
You're adding, you're in the show. I'm still in, right? Yeah. You're
Yeah, you're still
adding,
in the show.
all the different shows, and you got all the, backgrounds. It's fantastic. You guys are doing a good job. But everyone is, right? Grant's
Yeah.
kind of, gotten his game. Jesse's like doing his thing. So it's really good to see the community grow. It is.
Thank you.
It's great. So what do you got? You got structure now. It's not just come and blab what you want. You have like topics that we got to talk about, right?
So you've noticed what I've done. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. I am starting to not only curate the content, but I think that the platform deserves it. We do a lot of talking on this platform, and without some type of structured way, how to not only have some visual aid, get through the topics in a nice way, but have a little bit of like rewatchability, where it's not so much of a hodgepodge of us just, kind of taking any topic, any direction we want to. So yeah, I've streamlined things.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I think it has done a world of difference for the channel. And I quite honestly, I thank you for mentioning it while we're on stream. So talk to me, man. How you been, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I tell you this, Brandon Ayuk thing has my hair on fire. I'm losing sleep over it, man. It really pisses me off.
Talk to me.
I'm 100% on Brandon's side on this. Man, what is the effing team doing? Cutting $30 million from an injured player? When that money was cut, his knee was still swollen. He was not like, that is fucking cold.
He wasn't back.
He wasn't back, but I'm just saying, you don't do that to a player, man. And for what? For missing a couple of rehab days, not reporting? You don't do that. You could throw a couple of $100,000, penalties on him. You could do what you got to do. And I'm not saying Brandon is like necessarily the easiest guy to deal with nowadays, but he wasn't that, man. He wasn't 3 years ago. We weren't talking about Brandon being the problem child. It was Debo, remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, now he's going crazy. I haven't
we were
seen
all
what he's
saying
done
that
today.
Brandon was the real best receiver on this team.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what he did today. It sounds like he's continued to go off the deep end. I haven't caught up on his posts, but he's frustrated, man. And it's a big bully, basically putting their fucking, boot on a kid's, someone smaller on them's throat. It should have never came to this. They shouldn't have cut his money if you did. And that's just incredible that he stuck around, man. He didn't say a peep for how long was it? 8-9 months?
8 months.
Not a fucking noise came out of this kid's mouth. He didn't say anything. We were like, "What's going on?" Hey, what we were, and you know how we are. We got our fingers deep in the team's rear end. We know what's going on with this team, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, at this stage, I don't even know what they're talking about. It really upsets me. I don't like the way this team treats certain players and not others. I don't like the way this team coach treated Coach Lewis. I don't like the way this team treated Trey Lance.
Oh, God damn it, Aegis.
Man.
All right. Aegis is bringing up the real shit. He wants to talk about this is why I love you. Because here I am trying to get all YouTube-y, giving out my clean little topics, and here comes Ajas like, motherfucker, who are you? think about who you are first before you look at. This is why I love you.
Yeah.
Because I do see myself through this situation. And I know what you're talking about. Okay. I see myself through this situation. And quite honestly, brother, that is why I am on Brandon Ayuk. This is a tribe thing. If you really want to keep it on that level, this is a tribe situation. Brandon Ayuk has not only failed, but the people that are around him have failed. Okay? If you have a snake, why are we trusting a snake not to be anything but what it is? A snake. Him coming in, signing that deal, Aegis, and coming out and saying, hey, look, I made the deal harder than what it had to be. That should have been like the last will and testament of the shenanigans of Brandon Ayuk. It's over. All right, I'm in here. I'm coming to work. I'm in a hostile work environment. They don't want to pay me
Could I just
this money.
interject one thing? That whole business about him making it harder was only the last couple of weeks of the negotiations. That drama was going on all summer. And, you know,
True.
the first...
He ghosted the team, though.
Not that summer.
If you got a worker...
That was during the negotiations, during the contract negotiations.
Yeah, like for like a month before he signed on, correct?
I don't know, but I don't remember. I don't think we know the details that well. But it came down to like, you know, him admitting, I made it harder than need be. That was the last couple of weeks. But the negotiations went on for many months and it was contentious the whole time. So maybe he was a bit of a, you know, troublemaker the last couple of weeks. But all the other time, it was the fucking team like trying to lowballing. It's like, dude, everyone else got their money. You can't say this guy, you're only going to pay him 24 now. You should have signed him in the beginning of the summer.
Okay. So I was trying, I've officially failed at the one thing I was trying to do this show, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, do it.
Number one, Aegis, that is not true, okay? Brandon Ayuk was given ample opportunity to sign the type of deal that he had multiple times before he decided to finally come around. The problem is that it wasn't even the Niners who were giving him his biggest offer. Other teams were offering him $30+ million to be traded. The problem is that he was turning down deals and money, because one thing that has been the common denominator that's been consistent through all of this is that Brandon Ayuk has a very hard time with when he feels like he is not being respected. When he feels disrespected, he feels that there is an entire menu of toxic responses that he feels well within his right to exercise. And some of those things can be good when you're inside of the protection of the organization. But dude, when you go rogue, when you go outside the farm, all right, and you start going outside the organization, come on, bruh. How can I put my arm around you if you're not here with us?
It's not about putting our arm around like Brandon. It's about like kicking the team in the teeth a couple of times and say, who the hell do you think you are treating players like that? How is this going to get us any closer to a Super Bowl? How is this a good way to run a team? How is this like make the locker room any better? You know, after George and, you know, everyone else are happy, but there's 50-something people on this team every game. It's like, come on now. But anyway, tell me about what we were saying about the tribe. I interrupted you about that.
Okay, basically the thing about it is that I just feel as though that Brandon Ayuk is not understanding that a lot of the positions in this entire saga are controlled by him. All right? You know that there has to be people around him who are telling him, bruh, like TJ Houshmandzadeh, who was his trainer, who knows about the league, who went through his own contract situation when he was trying to get paid, when we all knew that TJ Houshmandzadeh was not a number 2 receiver. He could have been a number 1 somewhere else. He got paid in Cincinnati and he stayed. So this is things where people in real time can tell you how to work through this stuff. Brandon Ayuk has chosen to do the complete opposite of that. All right. And riddle me this. If Brandon Ayuk, let's say he rehabs with everybody else, cool. If Brandon Ayuk shows up to get checked out by the Niners in the 4 days prior to camp, the Niners cannot void his guarantees. All right. If Brandon Ayuk, let's say Brandon Ayuk still, that doesn't happen. The Niners void his guarantees. Now let's say Brandon Ayuk stays for 8 to 9 months with the 49ers. Then in November, the Niners released that Brandon Ayuk, his guarantees have been voided. Do you know how bad the Niners would have looked? Like the utter disgust that you have for how the organization has leveraged this young man, how they have played dirty pool, how they have obfuscated, they've omitted, which is basically worse than lying, okay? They've done it all. But do you know how bad he could have held their feet to the fire if he would have just simply showed up? If Brandon Ayuk would have been healthy in November when that news dropped, and he still would have been coming to games, healthy Brandon Ayuk, standing on sidelines, there's no way the Niners could have been getting away with this. There's no way. He gave them that. He gave them that by
I totally
not showing
get that,
up.
man. I get it. Look, man, he's immature. It's just not right, man. It's just not right. The team shouldn't have put him in that position. They could have released him at the time at the end of this season or whenever it was. When was it that he could? The noise started. That's post started. I guess June 1st. He expected to be released, and now they're like, "No, we're not going to release you. Let's see where we could trade you." What are you doing, man? You've already put your fucking boot on his neck. Just let him go. You won. You won. It's no good. Now, Brandon aside, this is not, and it's not just about the noise, that we're making right now in the off season before training camp starts. It resonates through the team, man. This does not look good in the team. It's not the end of the world. In the end, I'm sure everyone's like, yeah, Brandon's being crazy. But a lot of those players, especially like second level players, see that in them. It's like, man, we could get like screwed pretty hard here too. Regardless, it's just not good. It's not about anything like specific, reaction, but putting this kind of pressure, distraction on our team is just not good. And it's unnecessary. And there was no reason for them to be here. And even if you want to say, Brandon, allowed them to do this to him himself, it's the team actively doing it. They're the one that's taking the initiative, and Brandon is not like reacting well to it. Anyway,
hey,
we'll see what happens, man. He'll be all right, though. I think, whatever happens with the Commanders, I don't know what's going on with him and Jaden based on the text today. People need receivers in this league. And if he's healthy, he's going to get back on the field somewhere. And it's all up to his knee now. Either he performs or not. So we'll see how it goes with him. But I really don't like what this team, the way they've treated him. And I know all the things you're saying, but it just burns me up. I lose sleep over it. Steam comes out of my ear. It's crazy, what it's going through. As did Coach Lewis. I did not like the way they treated him, man. That was just wrong. What are you throwing your defensive coordinator in the throwing him down in front of the press and, after that Minnesota game? What does that accomplish? They're just dismissing him like he was a piece of trash after the season. Dude, he got you to the Super Bowl. His fucking defense is what got you to the Super Bowl, not Kyle's genius. That defense performed that year. It was still a defensive team we were running that year. The end of the year, dismiss him like he was nothing. What is that? Anyway, that's kind of where I am with the team right now.
I love your passion on it, man. I love your passion on it because I feel the same way. I'm aligned with a lot of that stuff. Purdy at 85, disrespected, deserved. How do you feel about it?
It's about right, but is that a good thing if your starting franchise quarterback is the 85th player in the league? I mean, aren't they usually good quarterbacks move up to the top of the line, Well,
you got to look at it this way. There's always like about 10 or 12 of those guys on that list that are quarterbacks. So it's a very quarterback heavy list. So the fact that I think there was one below him, only one other quarterback made it under him. So I don't know. I would say he's second to last in the top 100 of all quarterbacks that are going to be picked.
Not bad, but look, we're lucky to have the kid, right? We'd be nowhere if he didn't land, out of sheer luck and stupidity. If we didn't land with him on our roster, what would we have been doing right now?
They'd be fired if it wasn't for Brock.
Basically, the way I see it, I think Kyle got his CJ Beathard. That's what he wanted, and that's what he got,
100%.
That's what he got. That's what he, Anyway, but it is not easy to find a quarterback, so you got to take what you can get. And Purdy is a good player. He's solid. But, I mean.
Top 3, bro. Super Bowl or bust. Are the Niners real this year?
No way. What are we talking about? What are we saying? No way. This team is way too old. What do we expect out of Evans? He's had 2 years, 2 injured and underperforming years. Now he's going to pop up and be the race. It could happen. I don't expect it to happen. No, there's too many. We didn't rebuild, man. After the Super Bowl loss, we didn't rebuild. We're still squeezing shit out of that toothpaste tube. Now we've even cut the bottom of the tube and we're sticking our finger in there to get that last little bit out and put it on our teeth. Like,
Yeah.
we
Get
do
the
it,
whole
man.
bottle's clear.
What are we doing? Come on. I don't think that we've committed to a real rebuild, and I think it's going to cost us. I mean, last year we were lucky, man. It wasn't luck. It was Kyle stepped up. It was a good year last year in terms of coaching. I can't knock Kyle as much as I love to knock him. He did a good job last year.
Yeah.
We had Saleh.
Solid year.
Yeah,
I
we had
didn't have a lot
Saleh,
on
though.
Kyle
Robert
last season.
Saleh taking that defense and making it do something. That's something, too. But anyway, no way. It's not going to happen. I think the wheels are coming off. It has to. I expected the wheels to come off last year, and it didn't. What have we really done to the team? Have we really, made a better team this year? I don't see anything better from this year than last year.
I think we have a lot more depth than we did last season. A lot depends on the last year's class stepping up, because you are right. I've heard earlier on with different callers that the Niners kind of have a smattering of veterans to youth, and there's a good balance. I don't think there's a balance. I think that there is veterans and there's youth, but we have a lot of inexperienced youth, and we have a lot of veterans who are falling off the cliff fast. So really, I feel like there's a delta, and the youth need to grow up fast. We're still not out of those.
Could happen, but I don't. From what we saw last year, it's good. We got some young defensive players, but I don't know if we saw anything like some world-class talent. We'll see. It may or may not come together. My question is this: what do you think, Raheem Morris? I just don't know are we really going through a transformation in defensive philosophy, or is it going to be a hybrid? I guess that'll be the difference. If he could pull together a team,
just stay still.
What's that?
I said that's his calling card. He just doesn't stay still. He's going to blitz. He's going to show different fronts. He's going to buzz DNs and outside linebackers in the flat. He's going to show. He's kind of, if you had to picture Raheem Morris's defensive style, is he's not going to be a moving target for an offense to just play against. We're going to try to dictate with our defense, right? And you dictate a lot of that by really testing an offense to make sure that they know their rules. So we're going to show you an odd front. Then we're going to show you a 50-man front. Then we're going to come out in 43. Then we're going to blitz you with the linebacker, though. Then we're going to blitz you with the corner. Then we're going to bring delayed blitzes and play games inside. So I really like what Raheem Morris brings to the table. The only thing about that is that sometimes you could telegraph your punches and walk straight into something, and that could be a problem.
We'll see. I don't remember him having, other than the 1 year with the Rams when they went to the Super Bowl. And even then, it wasn't necessarily a defensive team. But I just don't know. I don't see on his resume any real defensive accomplishment.
Chops is like a Robert Saleh. I'll give you that. It's not the same level of cachet. No.
I mean, his experience. He's smart. I'm sure he'll be okay. Well, see, no, man, the team's old, man, and it's. I think we're all already getting to a place it's almost going to be hard to catch up. We've just waited too long,
Yeah.
I don't know. We got some young guys on defense, but beyond that, I don't know. What other position are you like, oh, man, there's some depth here. There's some youth to develop. There's things that could happen. I mean, defensive line.
Yeah. For me, I think that as far as youth and depth, I go defensive line. Believe it or not, O-line. They put a lot of bodies at that position. Now let's see if those guys can actually come on and help us out. But O-line, running back, they've got they can do so much if they would just be humble. A lot of this is not, I said this to Frisco. I was talking to Frisco earlier today, and you know what really is disheartening about this regime that I've noticed, and there's a lot of things you could bring up, but if I just had to quantify it down to one thing, it's when Coach Harbaugh was here, it was all about winning. That was it. No matter what the team looked like, you knew that we were just trying to win. With this team, with this regime, I feel like winning a certain way is more important. We don't it's not win at all costs. It's not, I don't care whose name is on the jersey, we're going to play them. It's certain guys have to get their numbers. Certain guys have to be involved a certain way. We've got to win we have to win on our good side. You know what I'm saying? For the photo op. And I think that hurts us because we're not really bought in when you're trying to stick the landing in a certain way. I just think that with Coach Harbaugh, we were just trying to win at all costs. And I don't think we're necessarily trying to win at all costs with this team.
Not this last couple of years, it seems like. I think up until now they were throwing a lot of resources, but not in a smart way. You know, they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, drafting ways they shouldn't be drafting. So we kind of wasted those years. And I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna look at if all the young defensive linemen all turn into monsters and we got that old 2019 defensive line back where we could just start throwing bodies at people, maybe there's a chance. But overall, it's not the same, man. We caught lightning in a bottle early on, and we had all this talent. We have not replenished it. Half of that talent's still around, man. Even Fred, the lovely guy that he is, the excellent, Hall of Famer that he is, he's getting old now. How many more years is he going to play at this level? And once he goes, then what? Then what? We'll see. Things come together quick sometimes, but I don't see it, man. I feel like last year we kind of fooled ourselves a little bit. It was a good year. It was exciting. We didn't think it's going to be that good. We got to the playoffs. We beat the Eagles. But in the end, we kind of beat up on mediocre teams, running up the score on Shedeur Sanders. And
that schedule landed in 17th overall. So that schedule kind of landed in the middle of competition once the season ended.
Last year.
Yeah. The schedule last year. It started off very low though. And teams started picking up steam. We started running into some real contenders. The Bears turned into something late. We already know that the Colts were much better than what they advertised to be last season before they.
Yeah, but when we saw them, they didn't even have a quarterback, right?
Yeah. We Phillip Rivers.
So we love to talk about our injury issues, but if I recall correctly, as I kind of looked at each game we played last year, every team that was playing us that week was just as injured as us. Almost, not every team, but we went against the Cardinals with what? Connor's out.
We went against the Rams, and the Rams were the second healthiest team in the NFL.
Yeah, we got one on them, and we got one on Seattle too. But another thing, we were meeting up with coaches that were first-time coaches. I think Jacksonville early on. Did we win or lose Jacksonville? I can't even remember.
We beat Jacksonville.
Yeah, it was third game coaching. There was a lot of things that went our way as an experienced,
we
veteran
beat the,
team.
Seahawks early on, week 1. That was our last second win.
So I think it's a bit of a mirage what we saw last year. It's got everyone excited because it was such a unexpectedly good year last year. But we'll see this year. I don't see it happening again this year. I don't see Evans. This is not the Evans of 3 years ago. This is. And then what? Stribling. I don't know who Stribling is. How do we know?
True, but that's why I'm telling you. That's why I agree with you. I agree that people are ignoring the delta where traditionally your veterans are guys who can take on the brunt of the playing time. And then when you're talking about youth, you're talking about being able to kind of work guys in, right? Give them add more onto their plate as the season progresses. We're not there. That's not what this is.
No.
What this is if Mike Evans gets overused, he's done for the year, right? If Nick Bosa is asked to play 60 snaps a game, it's inevitable that another injury will come. So, but this year, I think, Jacksonville beat the 49ers. I'm sorry. But this year, I think that the youth have to step up and take on real roles, right? Deshaun Stribling, it can't be about Deshaun Stribling this year. God damn it, Jordan Watkins needs to step up. Ricky Pearsall needs to step up. We got to see what's going on with Jordan James. All of these guys that are here, they got to start playing. So, and I know I see your face. You are not.
No, it's not that. You mentioned Jordan James. How the F did the guy not take a single snap? Well, he took a snap last year. Are you kidding me? You couldn't get him in for maybe 20 plays in 16, 17 games? I mean, what are we doing? I don't understand it.
His snaps, man.
Look, he takes us to the Super Bowls. He takes us to the playoffs. Who am I to say? But I don't understand the method here. It just doesn't seem to make sense to me.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Aegis, This is an amazing call, man. It's so good to see you again, man.
You too, man.
We'll start
We'll
the
be.
call-up shows
I don't
again,
miss
man.
a certain single show. You know that.
You know
I
you might.
watch
Oh yeah, I see you all
everything
the
that you
time.
do, but
You know you're my dog.
Season
dog.
starting. Well, I'll come in with my
Hey,
useless
how'd you like
comments.
the draft? How'd you like the draft?
So we'll see. I mean, nothing too exciting.
Fuck the Niners. I'm talking about my content. How'd you like the draft?
Oh, the draft
For the show.
I didn't watch it all. I mean, those are long shows, man.
I know you didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure you caught it.
Yeah, I caught you. You know, so whenever like a player would come up, like, okay, who'd they draft? Deshaun Stribling. I'd go through your stuff, fast forward. Okay, let's see what's going on. And here's Coach. Oh my God, doing his thing like this and all of that. And then I'll go see what Jesse's saying, and sometimes Grant too. But Grant's not a talent evaluator. He's a shit talker, a really good one. But so.
Hey,
So anyway, no, it was good. It was everything. Your game time shows, I love them. I love the weekly shows you do. You have like 3 set shows. You do your cover 2, you do your faithful review, and then what's his name? Come on, your buddy. Come on, who?
Larry. We do me and Larry, Coach and Kruger.
No, not Coach and Kruger. The young guy.
Me
Come
and
on,
Damon, Chunder Boy.
There we go.
Yeah,
I just got to tell you this, man. I don't ever want to be on the bad side of Coach, because one time you were in a bad mood, and I don't know what Chunder Boy was doing. He was effing something up in terms of and man, when you get upset, you weren't yelling, but when you get upset, I do not want to be on that other side of that, my friend. I do not. And poor Damon was so kind about it. He's like, okay, Coach, okay, I'll do it.
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, I get told that all the time, man. When I coached, players I would have older players like, dude, it's like the looks that you give me, man. Like it kills me. Like you get the way it's like, bro, I don't know. You know what it is? It's from doing security for so long.
Yeah.
And you got to stone face it out when you're checking a dumbass's ID or something.
Yeah,
and you got to be able to permeate disappointment. Like I love it. You took me there. Hey, but thank you, man. Hey, just thank you so much for calling in, man.
For sure.
Call back again, brother. Have another one.
All right, brother. We'll be in touch. We will.
Yes, we will. Talk to you.
Take care, man. Take care.
All right, bro. Corey, thank you so much for your patience, brother.
No problem, Coach. What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? Let's get straight to it. I don't want to waste your time. Topics, man. Ayuk burns the bridge.
Yeah, and the only way I can describe this isn't a black or white thing, right? It's not. But growing up in an urban environment, we all had a friend like this that was just always doing something weird, right?
Crashing out.
And he always crashed out. It was never looking at things for what it was. He always had a different view of it. So for me, Brandon pretty much buried his own. He dug his grave and then he buried himself into it, right? Because basically, if he would have just kept his mouth shut, went about his business like a professional, he would have had an angle. Now, unfortunately, he went about it like this is, Compton or something. and basically, this is not hood, man. This is not the streets. This is business. And where some of those antics and shorts on Instagram and all are cool for when you're handling beef in the streets, they don't go that way during business, especially when you are big bank takes little bank, bro. Like it's just the way it is. And unfortunately, he's learning a lesson. And I feel bad for the brother because I wish TJ Husmanzada or other people that he once listened to, he would go back to taking advice for them. But it seems as though that he's shunned everybody out. And now he's on this island by himself. So sucks for him, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Topic 2, bro. Get to me. Purdy at 85. How you feel about it?
I got to see the rest of the list, as it goes out. I more than talk about Purdy at 85, I want to talk about there's only one quarterback that was after him, and it was Bryce Young for the Panthers at 98.
Yeah.
That is more than Purdy at 98. Is it okay? He's the second quarterback in the top 100 at the back end of it, and I'm pretty sure if you said to anyone, Bryce Young or Brock Purdy, are they 13 spots away from each other? No one. People are like, no, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? But for some reason, on this list, Bryce Young is number 98 and Purdy is 85. So I got more of a problem with that. I got to see how they roll out the rest of the quarterbacks.
I don't know how Bryce Young made the top 20 to top 100. To be honest with you,
Me either. Me either. Me either. And Jesse's boy Herbert, I'm dying to see where he comes in at because that's really going to,
you know how that boy
grind my
loves Justin
gears.
Herbert.
That's going to grind my gears because depending on where he comes out at is really going to depend on how I feel about this list.
Yeah, 100%. Last topic, man. Close me out. Super Bowl or bust? Are the Niners real this year?
I think in their minds they are, but I think in everybody else's they're not, just because of too many questions, right? As the previous caller spoke about, age. But what he also said is we got lucky a lot last year. I ask you, how many teams have won Super Bowls that haven't been lucky, right? I live in Jersey, right?
That's
So
true.
I'm surrounded by Giants fans. And I always
MetLife.
go back to that Super Bowl when the Giants beat the Patriots twice. That was sheer luck, right? Sometimes you need luck on your side, right, in order to win a Super Bowl. So I think if you look on paper, no, we just don't have the horses. But you never know. Injuries are going to start taking their part. I know the rumblings of Aaron Donald keeps dropping these subliminals that he's coming back, and how that looks. But you never know how injuries can. Matthew Stafford is one hit in the back away from basically being out and that whole thing falling apart,
I
right?
feel the same way too about the Rams, bro.
Like that's one injury away from that whole thing going from Super Bowl favorite to playoff, basically, and I think the league is
Yeah.
gonna
They could be a
no
Ty
different.
Simpson-led Rams team, and that's a whole different ball game.
A whole different ball game. Same thing with the Seahawks, man. Like,
Yeah.
all right, they caught lightning in a bottle, but again, you can't tell me that wasn't a lot of luck, right? I don't anticipate to see. Oh, that's another one I want to see where he falls on the top 100. It's Sam Darnold. Don't give me that Super Bowl boost, right? He
he's gonna
shouldn't
get it.
he shouldn't be there. Before we close me out. I sent you something on X.
Okay.
We should do this smoking Niners, but
Hey, I got something on the grill now. What you smoking today?
So we here. So I got lead quarters right here on the charcoal grill, right? And then over here on my pit boss smoker, I'm smoking some ears of corn right here.
Oh, hey, you know what? Hey, Corey. Come back over, Corey.
Hold on, I'm coming back.
Yeah, switch the camera around, Corey.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to. You know what? You just got me on one. Hey, Corey, hold up. I'm about to slide downstairs. I'm about to show you something. So hold on. I'm about to show you the grill cam. Hold on real quick. Hold on. All right. My man Corey, he out here trying. He say he want to show the grill. We got to get the grill pumping, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? We got Han out here. So
Hannibal out there
we got the
looking
brisket
massive.
right here, dog.
Oh,
So we got
I see.
we got a whole Angus beef brisket right here that we smoking right now, bruh.
Okay. What temperature are we wrapping at?
Oh, so right
Are
now
we?
we at 225.
Oh, so you almost done.
No. This got like about, I gotta wrap it. So right now it's at like 150. I'm waiting at 160. I'm waiting to get it there. So I got about like another 25 minutes to get it to 160. And then I'm gonna go ahead
Then
and
you're
wrap
gonna
it.
wrap.
Yeah,
You wrap it
then I'm
in
gonna wrap
foil or
it.
you wrapping it in butcher paper?
I'm gonna wrap it in butcher paper. I got some beef tallow that I'm gonna use on there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So hold on. I'm gonna come back, bro. I'm gonna come back because you try to get it on there. I got head in here too. Hey, talk to him, man.
Hannibal
All right, hold up. But dog.
I see you. Pro tip though. If when you wrap it in your beef tallow, you should have put your
Right.
when you wrap it, right, you're gonna pour the beef tallow on it. You should maybe put your beef tallow on now so it can kind of liquefy and get some of that smoky flavor when you pour it on the brisket when you wrap it.
Okay. Okay.
So your beef tallow is all melted and get that smoky flavor, and then you pour it on the top of the brisket when you wrap it in the butcher paper.
Hey man, I love the smoking tips. We gotta get it cracked there. Hit me on Twitter.
Smoking, I hit you. I tagged you already. It's already there. I put a couple things that I've done, right? Just a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Mm-hmm.
charcoal. I got smoker. I said we could do this whole smoking Niners thing. I could bring a cigar out. Like we could make a whole
Oh
podcast
yeah.
about that. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
we gonna get it. We gonna get it popping. We gonna get it
Yeah, we're
popping.
gonna get
Hey,
and we
I'm
both
glad you
on the East
called, man.
Coast.
This is a great show.
I'm in Jersey. You're in the DMV. We only like 3 or 4 hours apart, my brother. So we got to make this thing go.
Hey, hit me up. We gonna talk. This is a great call. Thanks, Corey.
All right, take care, brother.
All right, Alex, my dog. Then we gonna close out with Shills. Alex, what's going on, brother? Alex. All right, Shills. Get my dog. What's going on, bruh? Shills, you on here?
Yeah,
Come on, Shills. Shills, you killing me. All right, so right now we looking for Shills to pop up. He hasn't popped up. I really want Shills because Shills has been waiting on me for a while. But my man Gojira Von Jinx, coach has got to get Grant the food critic in his house for some food. Yeah, we got to get Grant coming through to see how he like the smoking, man. You know? Well, let's get some super chats out of the way. Hopefully, we get Shills in here before we leave. Corey Wiggs, 4994. Hey, coach, I tagged you on something on X Smoking Niners. That's my boy Corey. All right, so let me get at Corey Wiggs. All right. AJS 499. I've come to realize there's nothing the 49ers could have done that would have made BA happy. He's a one-man team. Some folks are just like that. That's true. Frisco Shills, BA is wilding to get released. 285 is just right for Purdy. 3 Super Bowl a bust. But we're going to be able to get those comments in right now with my dog, Frisco Shills. What's good, Frisco? Talk to me, man.
hey, what's up, coach? Man,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Like I just got back from the pool. I was told, like, we was talking this morning, and then my wife told me I had to take them over to the pool at 12:30. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna have to see how this all works out. But I got on, so everything's good. I don't know. This whole situation with BA, what he's doing is very confusing because we know he didn't say anything since basically last year in training camp. He was radio silent after that, not really doing anything. And then he starts bugging out on June 1st.
Okay.
And then now he's beefing with Gaten. So it's kind of like, is he trying to, what, is this all a setup? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, how is it you can not say anything for months and then now you can't shut up?
Well, I
So,
think the June 1 is what triggered it. He was trying to get released. I think he thought he was
right,
going to get gone by then.
right. And because I think it was pretty much everybody said, hey, we're going to release him when we release him and we
Mm-hmm.
want to get trade value for him. That's like that. Jed said that. Jed was like, hey, can you come play with us? Or are we going to get some trade value for him? Like at the owners meeting. And, Kyle and John said, hey, it's going to take a minute for him to get out. And so I guess he thought a minute would have been June 1st, and it wasn't. So now he's trying to tank his trade value, so nobody's going to trade for him. So Niners aren't going to just hold. I don't know what this dude is doing. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as his ability to play in the league, I mean, I don't know, man. It depends on how much longer all this goes on and how much the league holds everything he's doing against him as not Niners specific, but against the league in general, then he has problems. But if this is just really I had problems with the head coach and they wouldn't release me, and he can sell that later on, then maybe he plays again. I don't know. But he's tripping right now.
Topic 2, dog. Brock Purdy at 85.
I think Brock Purdy at 85 is just right, and not because he missed games, but because he was like freelancing for the first part of the season when he was playing, and then he actually started to play well. Like, I think you remember that jump pass he threw in the Rams game?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was the Seattle game.
Yeah.
That shit was wild, man. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here, dude? And then he does a lot of just like freelance shit. It's like, bro, what you doing, man? Like, I know you want to make a play, but come on, dog. You're making it hard to support you, buddy. But then he comes back and he actually plays intelligent football. For even in the losses to the Seahawks, he wasn't the one putting the whole situation in jeopardy. It was that they didn't have no receivers, and kind of goes back to the whole BA problem. But it wasn't like they lost because of something he was doing like crazy. It like he did with the Ravens game a couple years ago, where he was just trying to do way too much, and the Ravens beat the shit out of us. He toned all that down. He started to play intelligently. So when you sort of like balance that out against, well, we've seen you play some intelligent football, and we also see you just be way out of pocket. 85 is just right for Brock Purdy.
I'm not mad at that. Close us out, man. This is the last question of the show. Super Bowl or bust?
Well,
you're the last caller,
fan,
dog.
It's always Super Bowl, man. It's Super Bowl all the time. It's like, I don't care who's on the squad. It could be me and you on the squad, and we're going to the Super Bowl, baby. That's what it's about.
I know that's right.
But in all reality, the Niners aren't going to go to the Super Bowl. And if they do, they're not going to win. I don't got any confidence in...
Even if they do, that wouldn't change anything? Even if they made it to the Super Bowl?
It's just the problem is the decision making by our friend Kyle Shanahan is so suspect. And if this goes back to the first topic, as a it doesn't matter if you're a coach, whatever it is, if you are a supervisor, you have to manage personalities and relationships. That is the number one thing you have to do in order to get performance in your organization. And Kyle can't do it. Like he either refuses to do it or he's incapable of doing it. Like, I just look at it, for whatever reason, the 49ers did not go to BA in 2023. How does that game look if they did?
We probably won the game.
Right. How does last season look if they had been if BA had been cleared and they were going to BA? It wouldn't even be like, wow, they kind of just, squeezed out a season. It would have been a championship season, dude. But because he could not manage that relationship with BA, they didn't go anywhere. And I can't see any reason why Jordan James hasn't been playing, other than, is there a relationship issue there? I mean, I don't know. Because when he did play,
6 carries is, I mean, I don't know. If they're willing to go too deep and pass in the backfield, we never had a back like Christian McCaffrey for a while. And I think that having him here has helped tremendously, but it's also stifled
but that's
other opportunities for us to have I remember like in 2019, dude, I loved it because we had like a backfield. Like we had Breida, we had Jeff Wilson Jr., like we had Raheem Mostert, and it really wasn't about like one individual guy being the bell cow back. It was about the fact that the Niners, we could change tempo on you at any time. We can go inside, outside, speed, third down backs. And I really feel like Christian having all of those attributes has has torn Kyle away from seeing that as a good attribute in other players. Like, he doesn't really value it as much because he has Christian. It's like, well, he can do everything. Why do I care about your passing ability, your pass catching ability? I don't know.
Well, let's look at this 2024. I mean, it's a terrible season, but how does the season look if they actually utilize Jordan Mason?
Completely different.
How does the season look last year if they started really actually was utilizing Brian Robinson? I mean, it's not like he's got his gifts of world, but he was playing well, man. And this is why I'm saying that I don't think they win a Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan's not a good coach. Like, he might be able to, scheme people open and, be a solid developer of plays and all that. Maybe he's a good offensive coordinator. I don't know, but coaching is more than that. Like, you have to utilize your assets, and he doesn't do it. So, but I'll go to topic number 4. There was one person talking about
go ahead,
who's
man.
the one 49er, if you could bring him back, that you'd want to bring him back.
That was awesome.
There's only one, and there's only one answer. There's only
go
one
ahead.
answer that you need. Bill Walsh. That's the
there you go.
that I would bring back, because I guarantee you that we have enough talent on this team under Kyle Shanahan to have more than one ring. Bill Walsh is my vote. So there you go.
Hey, man, you know what? I saw that in the private chat, and I purposely did not say it because I didn't want to take credit away from such a good answer. I saw you put it in the chat, and I was like, God, that's a great answer. So, yeah, I think that Bill Walsh that'd be crazy. But, yeah, if there was one guy, one player, coach, or one personnel from the past that you could give the Niners right now to help us get over the hump, who would it be? I think Bill Walsh pretty much kills it.
And it was one other thing that I would I didn't know Keena Turner had been in the building this entire time.
Yeah.
So
that's
look
crazy.
at what's the best consistently across regimes. The best position group has been what? Linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even argue that. Look at the value of having that, knowledge in the building. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I'm not there. I don't know if it's a Cabo thing. I'm not sure. But for whatever reason, they can't bring that in across the board for the various position groups they have. There's a lot of knowledge out there, man. You just got Joe Montana and Steve Young still walking around. Like, what are they doing? Why aren't they more integrated into the organization? Why isn't Jerry Rice or John Taylor more integrated in the organization? I don't know. Maybe they're terrible coaches. Maybe they're not good at stuff. I have no idea. But it seems like there's a lot of untapped resources in terms of the Super Bowl era talent walking around today that the organization is not taking advantage of. And that's why another reason it doesn't look like they're on any type of pathway to another ring.
Yeah. Hey, look, I love it. This is an awesome call. Call back again, man. Shills. This is probably like, what is this? We talked for 3 hours today. So this is a good one, man.
Just to tell you, on the other topic we were talking about, my wife said, bro, if you're gonna argue with a woman, she's gonna double down and you're gonna go crazy. So there's the answer for it. 20
domestic time with Coach. It's going. You can't live without him.
Just telling you, man. Just telling you. Straight from the Joker. She told you what's up, man. Harlequin gave you the answer. We're gonna double down and drive you crazy. That's the deal, man.
Yep, 100%, and I'm feeling it. Hey, right now, we got to close out. I got something on the smoker. Got to finish out the clothing with Hand. Got to get him together and get him outside. But, hey, this is a great call, man. And thank you for earlier today, man. It was a really good call.
Hey, right on, man. I'm glad we had it.
All right, brother. Talk to you.
Later.
All right, guys. That was another call-in show. It's been a long time, maybe a couple of months since we did a call-in show. I have to figure out a way how to get these back in the week. I have regular scheduled shows, which you guys understand. On Mondays, me and Jesse do Cover 2. Tuesdays, me and Damon do the Neutral Zone. Wednesdays, me and Tom do the Faithful Review. Thursday is to be determined with me and Grant on the coaches meeting. Fridays is open. Saturdays is Coach and Krug with me and Larry. So we might try to bump this thing to Friday. It's kind of hard because people have lives and things to do. So we'll figure it out. I know Sundays it seems like a good day, but this would automatically have to get bumped when it's time for game day. So we'll see exactly how we'll bear it out, but I'm never going to stop doing these call-in shows. I can't stop. I love talking to you guys. It's the best content that I do on here, quite honestly, outside of the live watch show parties. So guys, love everything about you guys. This was a great one. We're going to have another one, and I'll close it out. This is the coach signing off. Stay low and keep your feet moving. Holla at you.